was one in the section. With the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You would run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm an 88 pack nigga, woof. I'm an 88 pack nigga, woof. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker, change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood, trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Lightweight, baby. Or welterweight. Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. It's fight week. I'm excited. I'm happy. This is some good boxing. This is a stacked card. We got a lot going on. There is no easy work on this card. And we're going to talk some boxing. I'm going to drop the link relatively early. Let me just say this. Keep it boxing when you come on the panel. Keep it boxing. We're talking X's and O's to the best of our abilities. All I want to know is who wins and why. That's it. All that extra shit, if you have extra shit, please leave it in your back pocket. That's all I'm asking. Let's talk X's and O's. That's it. Fair enough? Let's do this roll call. G. McCall, Columbia, Convos with Cam, my queen. Salute, queen. How are you? Monda Matza Musa, my brother. Salute. Beezy, Mr. Cell Block, Coach Hudson in the building. Salute. And let me go on record to say this, man. There is no wrong pick. Your pick is your pick. No one's going to hate you for it. There is no wrong pick. Your pick is your pick. It's okay. It's boxing, ladies and gentlemen. Can we get back to that? Somebody going to win. Somebody going to lose. There might be a draw. It's boxing. Can we keep it like that? All right, fine. All right. Robert Singleton, the messenger. Derek Gaines, the legend in the building. My brother, Eric Jordan in the building. Salute. Shogun, salute. Steve Elder, Mac. I can't, let me see. Bud Hanna, I'm sorry. Bud Hanna, I'm sorry. I'm you, brother, salute. Salute, good brother. How are you? Good morning. 704 Joe. Bernard, what up? 88 Sports Talk, my fam. Salute. Jalen Hudson in the building. Waffles. Anwar Willis, main biker in the building. Salute. Let's get to it, man. This is a stacked card. I'm excited. Y'all paid attention to this card? Y'all paid attention? I want y'all to listen to me. Here comes the sarcasm. You ready? You ready? Devin Snack Haney is on this card. Paris Jackson, salute. You know who else is on this card? Bam Snack Rodriguez. Whoa! Go! Uh-oh. Black Martial Arts Society, salute. We doing this or what? We doing this or what? Y'all want to talk about Snack? Fine, we can talk about Snack. Devin Haney, Bud Crawford, Bam Rodriguez. Do you want to talk about Snack? Or do you want to talk about Super de El Matias? For popping with Osterine in his motherfucking system. Thomas, what up? Double Edge, what up? What up? Put out a video last night. And what did they going to the B sample? Let me, this is crazy. You boxers with narcotics. Dill Spoolie, salute. Y'all are like modern women. Oh, men ain't ish. A lot of y'all are pregnant. Tay, good morning. A lot of y'all are pregnant. Rod, what up? How are y'all pregnant but men ain't ish? There's an awful lot of y'all bitches pregnant. So Osterine doesn't do anything, but meanwhile, motherfuckers is on it. The irony, y'all still talking about snacking right before Devin and Brian Norman lock horns. Super L, who ducked Devin at 140. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember the top of 2024? I said, okay, 2 weeks. Remember that? Y'all remember Peter Khan? Said Max, salute. Quan, what up? Y'all remember Peter Khan? Reached out to Bill. Remember that? And Bill said, let's get to the smoke. Remember when Bill came on my live? And said we reached out to Super Del Martinez team. What he meant was Peter Khan called him. Then niggas want to hit me up. Yo, Bill lied again. Bill lied again. I said, hold on. Let's get to the facts. Then you find out that it was Peter Khan that reached out to Bill on behalf of Super Del Martinez team. And Super Del Martinez team said, nah, we don't deal with Peter Khan. So then I asked y'all, I said, why is he reaching out to Bill on behalf of Super Del Martinez team? Because that's what happened. Then I said, you know what y'all do? Don't dox the man, but he's on BoxRec. He has a fax number, an email, an address to place of business, a phone number. Why don't y'all investigate yourselves? Don't listen to my dumb ass. Don't listen to Bill's lying ass, right? Contact Peter Khan and ask him, hey, why did you reach out on behalf of Super Del Martinez so you don't work with him? None of you did it. All of you haters I'm talking about. None of you did it. I would love for y'all to say, Drew, you're wrong about this, and here's why I reached out to him and we had a conversation. None of you did it. But his hands was broken. Devin once again running into a burning building. Remember Super Del Martinez killed the man in the ring? Remember that? Was he on drugs then? Whoa! Go! Wow. You want to sit down and say, hey, Tio, why didn't you really fight Super Del after he smacked the shit out of you at an event? Remember that? Maybe Tio knew something. I don't know. A lot of these guys be on the inside, but number one, they're on code. And number two, they know who and what to avoid. Because they know something that we don't know. Guaranteed. But I know Devin wanted to fight him. I know that. They said, we'll get back to you in 2 weeks. That was 2024, y'all. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that troll that came into my comment section? His avatar was Ryan standing over, a drugged up, overweight Ryan Garcia standing over Devin Haney. That was your avatar. And he was like, yo, Super Del, aye, Super Del, aye, Super Del. He's going to clean up the division and beat up Devin. I said, well, don't talk about it, be about it. Because Devin is on his bumper. Remember that? His response, Mommy beat you. Of course. Because you're a homosexual. Of course. But I said, all right, when they get in the ring, we'll see who's talking. Well, I guess that's never going to happen. Devin got a belt at 140, leapfrogged, and now he's at 47, about to fight the biggest puncher at 47. And Super Del is doing what? Well, I could show you better than I could tell you, actually. Where's that? I moved it, no problem. Well, y'all saw my video from last night. Osterine does nothing, but this is the second fighter that's on it, though, right? Salute the main biker, salute. He says, don't forget David Snack Benavidez. It's a whole snack party. Right? All this talk about snack, Super Del just popped on Osterine. That doesn't do anything. Man, God ain't playing with y'all, man. God ain't playing with y'all. And I didn't block that kid either. Go ahead and comment on my video. Because all I did was give my opinion based off of an ESPN article. Don't get mad at me. You know what Super Del's doing? We're going to the B sample. Let me remind you what the B sample is, because we just went through this with Ryan Garcia. The B sample comes from the same specimen as the A. When Ryan Garcia was talking about, when they were talking about, oh, the B sample's going to clear him. Remember Taco Head said that? B sample's gonna clear him. Everyone's like, yeah, the B sample. And I said, these dickheads never took a drug test in their life. Here's how it works. You pee in the cup, right? They tell you don't flush. You pee in the cup, come out the bathroom, don't wash your hands, nothing. You put it on the desk, they take the cup and pour it into 2 tubes. They close the tubes, they snap it on. There's a plastic a seal on it. They label it, you initial it. They put one aside because that's the one they're testing. That's the A sample, the B sample. They lock it up and you witness it being locked up. When Ryan Garcia was checking on his B sample, they checked it. The seal wasn't cracked or nothing. They were hoping somebody fucked up along the way. They did not. He popped dirty. That's what he did. In fact, when he was in Saudi, he said, I don't know, the B sample shouldn't say anything different from the A sample, so I don't know. And I said, what did you say? Did y'all hear that? He popped dirty. He's a lying, cheating, overweight racist. But he's getting the title shot. Hey, Stupid L, let me put you on game. Although English is like your second language, you're Puerto Rican, and salute to all my Boricuas, but nigga, you too black. Sorry, but not sorry. They're going to call you a cheating Rican. That's what they're going to call you. And if the fighter that you killed in the ring was a relative of mine, I'm on your bumper. Because now everything you do is suspect. I'm like, yo, whoa. The fuck was that? Was that drug tested in that fight? So score one more for the Voltron force.
Activate interlock. Dynatherms connected. Infracells up. Mega thrusters are go. Go! Voltron force!
Raquete. Yep. Dirty bum. Done with him. That's it. Over. Done. Who was his last fight? Puello? Right. So there you go. All this hate for Snack and Devin and who's that MMA dude? You know what? I got a whole other live stream for him. So the Black, salute to you. Where you been, good brother? Says salute, Drew. Salute to you, good brother. Salute, man. Yes, sir. Salute to you, So the Black. Ain't see you in a minute. So let's get to it. All right. Yeah, Snack is all bad, but Benavidez is on it. Jesse Rodriguez is on it. Caleb Plant is on it. Right. You got weird ass MMA dudes doing whole videos talking about why they hate Devin. Right? Fucking weirdos. And you got, I'm going to say this and I'm going to get to the event. You got dudes in our media talking about Brian Norman's a breath of fresh air. Now, let me go on record saying this. I like Brian Norman. One of the things I've said out loud about him, I said, man, he's not flashy. You know what I'm saying? You know, he's not immersed into this, you know, fashion thing. I'm an older guy. I don't, you know, the kids dress how they dress. You know, I see Tank doing it, see Devin doing it. They ain't the only ones. I saw Africa doing it in New York. But, you know, that's what the kids do. Brian's not into that. Y'all heard me call Brian an old soul, right? So the Black back and that super chat, salute to you, good brother. I appreciate you. Good to see you. Thank you so much, good brother. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Y'all heard me say that Brian's an old soul. I bet you if you sat down and start playing some Al Green, Brian Norman Jr. knows the words. He just strikes me as that kind of guy. You feel me? He's an old soul. War Report, salute. Yes, sir. David Scott, my brother. Shemaine, salute. If I miss you in the chat, know that I love you. Salute. Yeah, Robert, I had Puello winning too, but well, you know, I got to go back and look at it again. I got to look at it again. But whatever. I don't know. But you know, now I'm thinking the dude might have been on drugs because he kept walking forward like Jason Voorhees all night. 503, the Lions in the building. Salute. Ack in the building. Usual suspects in the building. Salute. My family. Freedom's March. Salute. I like Brian. You know what, man? My only hope is that you black fighters understand what the fuck's going on. They will never like you, man. That's why you box to the best of your abilities. You do what works for you. You do what makes you great. Never let the media dictate how you perform. Tim Bradley, you idiot. Tim Bradley versus Ruslan Provodnikov, dumbest fight in the world. Excuse me, dumbest fight in the world. You simpleton. He had PTSD, not from fighting and beating Manny Pacquiao. He was getting trolled. And that gave him PTSD, and he fought the dumbest fight I ever seen him. I'm like, why is he fighting this guy like this? Asshole. They said Brian Norman Jr. is a breath of fresh air as far as temperament. He's not into the flashy stuff. In other words, he's not behaving like a young YN. That's what they're saying. And shout out to Blue Blood, because when I read the same thing and heard the same things he said the same shit. I'm like, wait a minute. Y'all never heard of Bud Crawford? Is Bud Crawford throwing money at the screen? Is he showing you his $1 million cars? No, as a matter of fact, the most I saw was him dancing on a block party, dancing like merengue or salsa, whatever it was, and him in the gym with his children. I don't know what he drives. I don't know about no gold chains. He's not traveling with a giant-ass entourage. When he went to Errol's fight, before they fought, he went to one of Errol's fights. He was by himself. He was by himself. Ignore that, though, right? They're jumping on Brian Norman's dick because they don't like Bill. And they're going to call Devin boring. But he got a higher KO ratio than goddamn Shakur. And then they call Shakur boring. And I said, that's disrespectful. So all you black fighters need to wake up. And when I saw pros, I expected from old media. But when I saw former pros saying that shit, I said, no. You know what else I saw? True Boxing Night salute. He says, salute, Truth. Hey, I'm Puerto Rican, my brother. He says, and it's early, man. Very passionate. I know what you meant. Very passionate about Rican boxers, but now we know how Matias has that never-ending fuel tank. He said, Peds Diaz, yo, bro, look, I like Subriel. He's a major player. Him popping like that, all it takes for you to do is a pop one time, and I call it a question for everything. And I don't care who you are. I'm like, uh-oh. And then I start thinking about your knockouts and how you never ran out of gas. I'm like, uh-oh. Is it too much to ask for a clean sport? You feel me? That's what I'm saying. So salute to you, bro. You know, I mean, I put tribalism aside in a heartbeat. Young Abel says, hey, TD, rackete. Man, this is bad. Now, let me say this before I get to this. I also saw something this morning. Ak and Barack, they interviewed Clarissa Shields. And I shouldn't have watched that before I got on live, man. Let me say this, and I might have to do a separate live about this. Christy Martin has a movie coming out. Stormy in the building, salute. He has a movie coming out. She has a movie, and her story's kind of tragic because, you know, she's boxing and she was in an abusive relationship unknown to us, and until that dude tried to delete her. He shot her. A lot of y'all don't remember that. A lot of y'all weren't born, but dude shot her. He's in prison right now. I believe he is. And Christy Martin was knocking the crap out of people, whatever. She was fun to watch, whatever. And, you know, they asked her her opinion on the GWOAT. And she went on to say, you don't name yourself the GWOAT. People have to give you that name. And she's just not a likable person. And I said, oh, shit. You see, she should have kept her mouth shut. She should have kept her mouth shut. Let me explain something to you. Clarissa's not perfect. Clarissa's not perfect. All right? Layla Ali is not perfect. All right? When that thing started going on, I just wanted it to end, and I didn't want it to end with them fighting in the ring. That was just my personal opinion. Y'all feel how y'all want to feel about it. I didn't care for that fight, and I wanted them to move past it, in which they did. Right? Now, they asked Christy Martin her opinion on the GWOAT. And she's talking about how she's not a likable person. Now, is Clarissa a likable person? Let me say this, man. She's flawed. But you ain't see me do no fucking videos about it. Me and Stormy has talking, we've spoken behind the scenes about, you know, what we feel she needs to do better, but it has everything to do about the black community. Now, on that video, and I saved it for a reason on Instagram, you had to read these comments and these fucking black women dogging her. And I'm like, man, these hoes don't even watch boxing. These hoes are caught up in that Remy Ma bullshit. You could look at them and tell. Coach Hudson already exposed that. Because once you put a fighter's name in the algorithm, it goes to places that your videos go to places that it don't normally go. And these two smuts popped up on Coach Hudson's live stream. And he exposed them in seconds. All he said was name her last two opponents, and it was That's what it turned into. You don't reserve the right to comment on what you like and what you don't like. And with respect to Christy Martin and what she's gone through, I don't appreciate her answer. What the fuck you mean she's not a likable person? Devin's not a likable person if you let the old media tell it. But then when you ask them why, they can't tell you. Hell, old media don't know enough about Brian Norman to give a detailed assessment. Because if he was going up in there against a Latino fighter, they keep replaying him getting knocked down against what's that guy's name? Bocachai? They keep rerunning that. You know how I know? Devin was cheated by a racist drug cheat. And on DAZN, they keep showing the highlights of him getting knocked down in that fight. Why? The fuck you think they're going to do to Brian? Hope y'all ready. In the event Brian wins, I hope you're ready for that. Because who's going to be out here defending him? Us. We're going to have to be the ones be like, yo, hold on now. Don't do that to him. He did this, he did that, he did this, he did that. Don't do that. Don't do the brother like that. Because that's what we do. We don't have to like Brian. But the attack on black fighters is the same thing. It's the same thing. That's why I get so angry when I hear niggas keep talking about the Ryan Garcia fight. Oh, yeah, we saw what we saw. Yeah, you saw a drugged up, overweight cheater. And when he came out, when the suspension was lifted, you lost a boxing match to Rolly Romero? How? He fucked up the payday. Fear not. And this is what you got to learn, Superdale. You're too black. Your hair's too nappy. Ryan Garcia came back into the sport of boxing, didn't miss a beat. He's getting a title shot for fuck's sake. And he fucked up the payday with Devin. Y'all not saying anything. Because I know. I need Brian Norman to be careful. I need him to be careful. This is fake love. A lot of it is fake love. Salute to all the real fans. Tay Jones, ATL Unanimous Boxing. A few of y'all are real. Sister Shawa, y'all are real supporters of this brother. I'm a supporter of this brother. But I need him to understand that there's a lot of fake love behind this. A lot. A lot. Wake up. Main Biker in that super chat, he said Christy Martin's husband thinks she is unlikable. Yeah, he does. He tried to blow her head off, man. Christy Martin, she don't reserve the right. Her opinion is coming off of what the media is saying. And I'm saying as a black athlete, motherfuck the media. Robert Singleton in that super chat, he says Barry Bonds not in the Hall of Fame because he wasn't likable. Exactly. Exactly. Ridiculous. But let's talk about these fights, though. There's the link. If you're unfamiliar, I'm not putting you up unless you turn your camera on because Miguel likes to flash his penis on my airwaves. Seriously. It's ridiculous. But that's all right. I sent that video in. He didn't know I was recording him. Yes, sir. Yeah, Styles, some dude did that. That's why I ain't put him up on stage. I'm like, well, I said, turn your camera on. He turned the camera on, and he starts playing with his pee-pee. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? So if I had to, see that shit, Google had to see it. And I'm in contact with them every other day. And that was damn near sexual assault, wasn't it? I mean, it could be kids out here watching that. What if I put them on a panel? You know what YouTube would have done? They'd have flagged me, right? They'd have flagged me and canceled my channel as if I was the one showing kids his junk. And what grown man flashes another grown man? That's insane stuff. It's insane because Miguel keeps doing it. But I have the video, and I sent it to the appropriate people, and we're working on that behind the scenes. But my brother, Black Martial Arts Society, man, salute.
What's up, brother? How you feeling?
I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. I'm having a good day so far.
Yes, sir. So we're talking about this fight? Or we talking about Superdog Matisse popping?
No, I'm done with Superdog, man. I said what I had to say about that motherfucker, and I'm disgusted because I was giving him a lot of credit. I didn't have a problem with him facing Devin Haney. I just said, all right, when your hand gets ready, I guess y'all gonna fight, and it never happened.
2 weeks in boxing.
The longest 2 weeks in boxing. You remember that? And I was just waiting, And I had his one fanatic in here violating, talking about mommy bicho and all this. You know, I don't know why you would tell another grown man that. You know, I'm from the Bronx. Of course, I know what that means. You know, so I mean, but for him, to them, it's like, yo, good morning to them. Hey, good morning, brother. Hey, mommy bicho. Hey, mommy bicho, cabrón. Bro, whoa, what? You can't say that. Well, whatever. But you know, I went to his page and he's in love with Devin. And he probably watching right now, but you know, he was pro Matias. Oh, Matias gonna beat Devin, and Matias gonna do this, Matias gonna do that. Matias is on that Osterine. Matias is on that same bullshit that
No.
And incidentally, he was fighting at the same venue that Ryan fought at and got caught by the same organization.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's Snack's fault.
Yeah, but but we want to talk about Snack though, right? And that MMA dude, I don't know if he's Australian or whatever the fuck he is. He's one of the medias that I'm talking about. You don't know enough about boxing to say who you like and who you don't like.
What's his name?
This MMA dude, he's the same dude that called for Quentin Jackson's son to get put in prison. Well, I agree with that.
No.
But Quentin told the world, oh, that guy's racist. Oh, no.
The fat one, MMA Guru.
Yeah, that fat ass. Yeah, and I'm like, Quentin, no. Hell no. First of all, your son committed a crime. All right? Your son's a head case courtesy of you because you failed as a father. All right? And don't call racism now. How dare you? When I told you, you don't say you love the kid Ryan after he said he wanted to resurrect George Floyd and kill him again and join the Ku Klux Klan. He want to say, well, I didn't know about that. Well, I'm telling you now, brother. But he want to pick a fight with everybody. Man, fuck you.
Real quick about Subriel before we go into this fight. He unalived the man in a boxing ring.
Thank you. Now it makes you think now, right?
My dog, if we have any proof that this not his first rodeo, that he's been on Osterine before or any kind of drug, hey, dog, something got to be done. That's a man's life.
Hey, man. Brent Fox, my brother, salute. Hey, man. Rocky IV, Apollo got killed, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what goes over people's head?
The dude was on steroids.
Thank you. Y'all forgot the clip where Drago was doing all that back then in the 80s. That was state-of-the-art training. He had a big old gym.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all don't remember the clip where they showed the needle going into his shoulder?
Yep.
I missed that.
That's infamous. And
man, when I went to see that in the theater, everybody said, oh! So Apollo got murdered in the ring by a cheetah, y'all. That's what people miss. That's what people miss. But your thoughts on Norman versus Devin, or you can talk about any fight on the card before we go to the Sensei.
Yeah, let me. Oh, salute, Sensei. Didn't realize you were in here.
Salute.
So, my thoughts on the card, on Norman versus Devin, real quick, because that's the only fight I know. I don't really know who else is on the card. But originally, I had Norman stopping Devin just because of punching power, and I thought like he can get one in. But after watching Norman a little bit more and seeing them face to face, I thought Devin was a lot smaller. He's not.
Right.
He's looking the same size, if not a little more brolic. So I think he'll be able to have more punching power and be able to withstand more punches. And Brian has only really beaten up like D-level fighters or less. So I got Devin beating him clean. Easy, actually.
All right. There it is. Sensei.
Yo, good morning.
Good morning, brother. Good morning.
I had sent you a text message. I guess you
yeah,
hadn't checked your phone. So,
Oh, shit. My bad.
but I know you be busy and everything, but yeah, thanks for having me up here. Salute to the chat and my man Healer. Listen,
Oh, wait. I'm sorry, Stormy. I'm sorry. Wait, real quick. Salute to Bernard in that Cash App. I appreciate you. And salute to EJ in that Cash App. As always, he says, y'all already know what's coming. He says we have the power of the ninjas.
Give power to my nigga sword!
We in the building. Go ahead, Stormy.
Yeah, might as well kick it on off early.
Yeah.
Listen, I was on with 503 Lions live stream last night, and for those that didn't get a chance to tune in to that show, it was a great conversation about this card this weekend. And I always like to give credit to the brothers out here that are doing good stuff. And that show he hosted last night was really awesome. And to hear him, and we had Oddfella, Thomas showed up. We had Acavelli out there.
You got to get Oddfella over that stack, man. There's no reason why Oddfella don't have over 1,000 subs, man. We got to get Oddfella.
And he's the foreign correspondent. How can he not be?
Exactly.
We need to do our part, and all Oddfella needs to do is just pop on here with us so we can promote him a little bit more, and we can push him over that line very quickly.
Absolutely.
But yeah, salute to all the brothers. And if I missed anybody's name, it's not intentional. But I just wanted to say that we had a great discussion. And see, this is the funny thing. All of us collectively that were on there last night, dude, we ain't got 50,000, 100,000 subs. But if you didn't see that conversation that we had legitimate boxing talk. And the talking points were all based in like what we have observed from our experiences in watching the fights and everything. It was no love fest. There was no, stroking nobody or nothing like that. It was something very, like I said, I had a true appreciation for that. And that's what I come on here for,
Right.
So again, to speak on to that notion, that's what it's all about. Now, to get to my thoughts on this early on, as I stated last night, my simple observation of this matchup between Devin and Brian Norman Jr. is that Devin has the greater experience of being in there with quality, higher level opposition, though it be at a lower weight class, but it's still the level of opposition. And they do have a similarity in having gone outside of the country to fight, but not under the same auspices. See, Devin was taken out of an element and stripped of any type of consideration for having advantages whatsoever. Remember, They didn't even want his dad to be there with him. They would attack one of his cornermen, cutman, I think it was, or someone like that. And they were trying to deplete him. Even in the advertisements for the fight over in Australia, they were like, marketing him as some kind of hip hop thug or something. It's like there's a lot to go with what Devin's experience in the sport has been, since he has shown a propensity to be close to like what was reminiscent of Floyd. Now, I'm not saying he's Floyd or even as Floyd, but he's a young, gifted boxing fighter that has a style that it's a threat to the more limited fighters. And we know who the more limited fighters are. And he's always going to look great against them. And so there's an agenda, because they don't want anything like that anymore, because those fighters rule and they reign. And so just with what he's had to deal with that, and then of course you factor in the Ryan situation, this young man has shown some fortitude. Now, will it affect him going forward? We will have to see, because time will tell. But Brian hasn't gone through any of that. So he's as fresh as a daisy as he enters this, and his focus could be just on Devin, and he doesn't understand the load that Devin carries. And even his camp has wailed against that. So it's like, as I stated last night, the way I see it is Devin would have to make mistakes for Brian to be successful. Brian doesn't have to make mistakes for Devin to be successful. And it's as simple as that. You take a more multiverse fighter and you put them in a scenario where they have to figure something out, all things being level and equal, then that person will find a way to do that. It's not about the physicality. It's not about your punching power. It's not about how much dog in you. At the top level of the sport, it's always about who's the smartest person. Always. And you've heard the adage that boxing is anywhere between 85 to more percentage mental. So when you put that together, this is what it is. Again, Brian could go in there and nail Devin a shot, and the fight could be over, right? Because maybe he can punch like that. We haven't seen him do that to a high caliber fighter.
That's
and
right.
I'm not challenging him to do it to a high caliber fighter. I'm just saying we have not witnessed something like that yet. So if that doesn't happen, is he still versatile enough to find a solution to be victorious in a scheduled 12-round championship fight? We're uncertain. And that's why I've called it a 50-50 fight, because of there's a styles scenario here. But I hearken it back to when Ray Leonard and Thomas Hearns fought the first time. Thomas, the Motor City Cobra, was a knockout guy. He had 30 fights and 32 knockouts, something like that. 32 fights and 30 knockouts, something like that. And Ray Leonard was a boxer puncher, fast hands, good feet, footwork, but he had that loss to Duran. And the loss to Duran made Leonard a more cerebral fighter, because Duran in Montreal in their first meeting was able to draw him out of being the pretty boy Leonard and this and that, and made him fight him. He disrespected Leonard's wife. He called him all kind of names and everything. He made Leonard mad going into the fight, and Leonard wanted to fight him. And he drew right into Duran's plan. And that's why the fight was as close as it was. And Duran got that decision. But in the rematch, what did Leonard do? He outsmarted him. He outwitted him. He out-athletic him. He did all of the things that was necessary, and caught Duran where he was celebrating a little bit too much and didn't have really enough time to get in proper shape for the rematch. So he was celebrating himself. Brian is kind of celebrating himself too, off of that knockout over Jin Sasaki, a guy who, like Devin said, none of us really knew the young man. And it was nice that he was able to go into another land against somebody who could have been doing some unethical things sports-wise. And you understand what I mean when I say that. It's possible. But he took care of business like he was supposed to do as a world titleist. And I take my hat off to him for that. But there are levels. And so now he's in there with a young man who has had, like I said, the chiding of the community, people railing against him. This man speaks of God impacting his life, and that's where he draws his strength. So this is going to come down to a lot more than just the physical. It's going to have those intangibles that our brother Kurt Sugar used to fondly speak of so much. So that's kind of how I see that, and it's an intriguing matchup. So I like it, and I look forward to it, and I hope that whatever transpires, that is clean across the board. So those are my thoughts on that, and thanks for allowing me to speak.
Man, that is just so difficult to follow, man. That's so difficult to follow, man. That's
Seriously, Stormy, real articulate of you.
Yeah, that's very,
I would like to add to that.
Go ahead.
In regards to what Stormy was saying about Leonard versus Duran, that is what happened to Devin when he fought what's the Latin fellow name? He fought Lomachenko and dropped him. Damn, I can't remember this dude's name. But he rocked that.
Linares,
yes.
No, it's Jorge Linares. Yes, sir.
So basically, he bought into a lot of what the media was saying, and he tried to go in there and stand in the pocket with Linares and gave him that opportunity and got caught. He clinched the entire round, the rest of the round, and recovered, and that's when they invented the clinch counter to try to shame him for clinching. So going into this fight, I expect a lot of that shaming. Oh, he's just gonna run and whatnot. But if Devin sticks to his game plan, he's, as Stormy said, he has to give him that opportunity for it to happen.
Real talk, man. Look, Coach Hudson just pulled up, man. I'm gonna sit back. I'm gonna drink this protein. Say good morning, my brother. How are you?
My brother Drew Titan, salute to you, brother. Salute Stormy B, man, and my brother Black Martial Arts Society. Salute to all of you brothers.
This is a heavyweight panel right here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You go ahead and cook, good brother. ATL in the building. ATL in the building. Yes, sir.
Man, I'm fired up about what's about to happen and transpire. So I'm gonna try to just keep it boxing, like my brother Drew said. Let's keep it boxing, right? So, first of all, I don't know if people notice this, but every fight that's on the main event card is the same fight. What do I mean? Whether you're talking about Bam Bam versus Puma, Abdullah versus Sam Noakes, David Benavidez versus Yard, or Brian Norman Jr. versus Devin Haney, you have the higher boxing IQ fighter versus the other who is the underdog, whose boxing IQ is not as high. I want to give a shout out to the USA boxing program. The USA boxing program that David Benavidez started in. The program that Devin Haney and Brian Norman Jr. started in. The program that Abdullah Mason started in. And shout out to the Ohio boxing lineage, because they have some of the best coaching and training that you can get in USA boxing till today. Shout out to Team Cartel out of Toledo, Ohio, and Bam Bam Rodriguez, who is also a national champion, several-time national champion in USA boxing. Now, I'm just so, that press conference, family, if you didn't watch the press conference, you have to go watch it. Now, you know me, I give credit where it's due. I have to say this. I have disagreed with Sergio Mora on a bunch of occasions. But Drew, let me tell you, the way he handled Claudia Trails, the way he kept her honest, because every time she tried to paint a narrative, whether it was about Abdullah, whether it was about Devin Haney, man, he kept her honest, and that's what I love to see. Anytime you have a fighter who has integrity to keep the conversation honest, it's good for the sport. And every time she tried that Max Kellerman, Larry Merchant BS, he kept her honest. Now, I'm not going to hold the people back anymore. I'm going to get right to the nitty-gritty of what you all want to hear. You all want to know, hey, KBJ said, man, why I thought Coach was an old ball man. No, man. No, I ain't no old ball man. But look, you got Brian Norman Jr. How can Brian Norman Jr. and if I got a little bit of time, I'll get into it.
Go ahead, brother.
How can Brian Norman Jr. actually compete with Devin Haney? Devin Haney has, like brother Stormy B Man, the sensei says, he has more dimensions than this fighter. If we go back and we watch Floyd Mayweather versus McDonald, that's the best picture I can kind of give new boxing fans who I'm sure have seen that fight. We have something in boxing where we say a term, pressure busts pipes.
Yeah.
When a fighter has a higher boxing IQ, we are not going to make a plan where we try to outbox the person with a superior IQ. What we do though is we make a plan, a strategy where we can take the round or we can hurt the fighter. Okay? So when Robert Garcia faced against, because it's really Robert Garcia who Floyd kept facing against. For those of you who have been watching, and this goes back before Floyd, this goes back to his uncle. The what they call the so-called Mexican fighting style. What we have to look at is everyone's been trying to figure out how to get past that defense, how to get past that slick boxing IQ of that American fighter, especially that Black American fighter, correct? So when you see McDonald versus Floyd, you see that McDonald isn't setting up the traditional orthodox 1-2-3, 2-1-2, 1-1-2. If you all follow what I'm saying, jab, jab, right hand, lead straight, right hand. He's not going off the lines, the straight lines, the horizontal line, right? He's not trying to operate in the traditional. He starts attacking on a transverse plane. So every time Floyd's back is against the wall or back is against the rope, he's throwing things from angles he's not used to. Coach, how does that play into what Brian Norman Jr. needs to do? Well, we already know Devin Haney wants to set a pattern. He wants to set a tempo. What Brian Norman Jr. has to do to be successful, he has to set up what I call a jousting jab. The jousting jab, for those of you who need a more visual picture, think about medieval times. Think about two knights on a horse with their jousting sticks going at each other. When Devin Haney comes in with his fast jab, Brian Norman Jr. is going to have to take his rear hand, regardless of what he's attacking from, block his face, like Emmanuel Stewart would tell Lennox Lewis, right? He needs to intercept and he needs to hit Devin with that hard left to his chest, his body, and his hips. Why does he need to hit to the body and the hips, coach? Because when you hit a fighter to their body and their hips, it slows down the fast, slick fighter from going to left to right. It keeps them from being able to turn you. And if Devin can't turn Brian Norman Jr., it has to fight him in the jousting pattern, which is straight up and down, straight forward and back. You have an issue. You have an issue because once the rounds keep going, the fighter realizes, hey, coach, something is wrong with my hips. My legs are not moving the way I want to. So this is part of a strategy. I cannot out boxing IQ the fighter, so I have to out strategize a fighter. How does the Viet Cong fight the United States government? A more superior power, someone with more firepower, someone with more resources. What they do is they don't go at them head up. They set up tunnels. They pop up, hit them, and then they're gone. So what is that you can say, all right, we need to put that strategy to Brian Norman Jr. Now, if they have not worked on a real strategy and they're just banging on landing a punch, Devin's gonna steamroll them. But if they actually use this strategy that I'm saying, it will be a more competitive fight. Brian Norman Jr., second point, he does not need to fight Floyd. He does not need to fight Devin in the middle of that ring. He needs to use that jousting jab to back Devin up and force him to fight him in the position where Devin is uncomfortable, which is the catching and shooting range. Why is the catching and shooting range not comfortable? Because Dev, and you can watch film of Dev going all the way back to he was a teenager. When Dev lands his shoot power, when he lands his shoot punch, sometimes he has a problem of getting off the line again. That's how Loma was able to catch him a few times. That's how Linares was able to catch him a few times. And that's how Ryan Garcia, even though he was not fighting his style, was able to catch him, even though he's a cheating, racist piece of shit who I would never defend. Let's keep going. Brian Norman Jr. has an issue with his feet versus a superior Devin. So you cannot out footwork Devin Haney. So he has to use guerrilla warfare tactics. And my last point with Brian Norman Jr. that needs to be part of the strategy, besides keeping Devin from setting his pace, is he needs to steal those rounds. What do you mean, coach? Well, how was the boxing round tested? And what are the things that the judges judge them off of? What is the boxing criteria? Well, let's look at that for a second. Your ring generalship, your aggression, your clean punches, all of these good things matter, right? In the 10-point system, 10-9 round, 10-8 round. What makes the difference? What is the difference from a 10-9 swing round and a 10-8 round? Well, that 10-8 round is either a knockdown or I have done enough to the judge's eyesight where they say, I got to give him that 10-8. Okay. Now, many of us have seen close fights where we said, all right, well, the first 6 rounds, you were whooping him, but then you came back out of nowhere. We just saw it with Martinez versus M. Billy. We saw M. Billy was whooping Martinez at first 6 rounds. He was getting the best of him. Goes back to the corner, and Bo Mack gives him clear instructions. Speaking of the corner, family, this is not just going to be about Devin versus Brian Norman Jr. This is also going to be about Brian Norman Sr. versus Bill Haney.
Yep.
What does the corner do when Brian Norman Jr. is in trouble? And what does the corner do when Devin is in trouble? I can't give you too much. I can't give you too much on that, okay? Now let's go to Devin, because I know other people want to talk. Let's go to Devin real quick. We already know that Devin has the dimensions. All Devin has to do is bald eagle Brian Norman Jr. Coach, what are you talking about, a bald eagle? Well, when a bald eagle is going against a aggressive, nasty predator like a rattlesnake, what does that eagle do? That eagle doesn't try to fight that rattlesnake on its own ground and plane. That bald eagle shoots down, picks up the rattlesnake, and takes it to an elevation where it is superior. Does Brian Norman Jr. have the ability to take Devin Haney to those atmosphere terrain that I speak of? No, he does not. Devin Haney does. So what does that terrain look like? Don't let Brian Norman Jr. set his feet. That's going to be the most important thing. Don't let Brian Norman Jr. set his feet, because he has to set his feet to get his offense off. Take Brian Norman into deep water. Y'all see the shape that Devin Haney is in, and I didn't like the way Brian Norman Jr. looked yesterday at the press conference. But we'll see what the weigh-in. We'll see what the weigh-in looks like at 1 p.m. I think Brian Norman Sr. needs to look more at, stop focusing on Bill and y'all going back and forth so much. Norman Jr. did not look good yesterday, but we'll see how he looks at the weigh-in. But if I'm looking at Brian Norman Jr., family, the war has already started. If you all saw when Dev walked up to him and Brian Norman Jr. wasn't saying anything, and people was like, oh man, Brian Norman Jr. is ready. Brian Norman Jr. is weak right now. Brian Norman Jr. is dehydrated right now. Devin Haney is already playing guerrilla warfare games. That's why he was bouncing around. That's why he was looking him in his eyes. He's looking at him like, yeah, you see? You see the shape I'm in right now? You see how you dehydrated? You see how you feeling weak? I've been here before. You see the pressure of these lights? I've been here before. You see why we flew out a week before? All of these things are going to matter. Oh, my brother, I can't give them everything.
Yeah.
But I'm excited about this fight, and I want to give a shout out to you, my brother Juke Titan, for giving us a platform to speak on, brother.
Man, salute to you, coach, man. I mean, God damn. How the hell are you supposed to follow Stormy and Coach? Man, we about to figure it out. Enoch Bird in that super chat, he says, rest in power, Dada Shev. How many die from cheaters not getting caught? Hey, bro, this is a scumbag game. And I don't hate Superel. I'm just disappointed because all this time I thought he was better than that. And I feel that about most fighters. And then when they get caught, I'm like, come on, man. I thought you was better than that. And you had me fooled. Let me say this before I throw it the Freedom's March. When you was talking about...
Drew, before you go forward with the comment that you just made on Sabriel, this is what I want to say, and I've been saying it 1,000 times. Each and almost every time that we find out this news, which was just before this, it was Joseph Parker.
Yes, sir.
We live in a world where accountability has gone out of the window. The moment that a person takes accountability for their place in wrongdoing, slighting someone, cheating, trying to get over or get beyond, the moment that you take accountability and say, you know what, I messed up, I need help, can someone assist me? You open the door for consideration for things to get better.
That's right.
Each and every time one of these athletes pops dirty, it's always an external reason to blame. Always. There has been not one to come forward and say, you know what, I thought I needed an edge.
Yeah.
You see? And this is why you need to be very harsh, strong and stringent against those who are found guilty. Because if there is no accountability, there can be no remorse. And as long as it continues to get covered or excused, you'll have more and more participants. And when you have more and more participants, you have more victims or those who are victimized, like this young man who's on your image here in the backdrop. But he has become villainized from being victimized through this type of scrutiny. So it needs to be said and it needs to be upheld. No accountability, no consideration. I'm done.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it, Superdale. Now, and all you cheaters, seriously. Now, before I go to my brother's Freedom March, I want to point two things out to you guys. And Coach Hudson, when these guys talk, Stormy, Coach, Black Martial Arts Society, these guys have actually competed or coached to a degree in the ring.
Drew?
Yeah. They've competed. I know Black Martial Arts Society's competed. I've only gone as far. I've worked corners and I've sparred a bunch of amateurs. All right, so I have IQ, but these men, they have IQ. I like to say over me because they see things a little different. I know some shit, but I don't know everything, and I take pride in saying that because that means I'm open to learn. You understand? Let me make 2 points before I give it to my brother Freedom's March. I want you guys to remember when we was coming out the pandemic, they announced Daniel Dubois versus Joe Joyce. And I said, man, Daniel's going to run away with this thing. You know, Joe Joyce is, yeah, you can hear me, Black Martial Society? Yeah, that's the, yeah, I'm talking right now. Yeah. He was talking to me in a private chat. I thought Daniel Dubois was going to run away with that thing. And Daniel and Joe Joyce won the fight with a fucking jab. Daniel Dubois showed no IQ. He was a big fighter in his own right. He had better feet. But Joe Joyce just stuck his damn hand out and Daniel ran into it all night and broke his eye socket. And I said, what the hell was that? I was totally confused. But what Daniel showed that night was that he had no IQ. He had no IQ. His corner was horrible. And if they were, I don't recall, but if they were telling him not to do what he was doing, he just wasn't listening. Okay? Is that Devin Haney? No, it's not. All right? I'm not taking that Ryan Garcia situation. First of all, because Ryan's a piece of shit, racist ass cheater. But Devin felt he had something to prove that night, and that was his bad listening to you motherfuckers. And I'm not talking about my family in the chat. I'm talking about the media. All right? He needed to be who he was. And salute to Knock Measy in that super chat. Much love and appreciation, man. I appreciate you, man. Peace to the chat, peace to the panel, man. Salute to you, Knock. I appreciate you, good brother. And stay blessed out there where you at.
Much love.
Doing the good. You're doing big things overseas, man. Salute to you, good brother. Much love and appreciation. I need y'all to click on his name and go subscribe and follow the brother. He's doing big things. Salute to you, good brother. Brooklyn born. Yes, sir. So that's my pet peeve. You know, Devin fought Ryan the wrong way. And he let his emotions get the best of him. And I think he's learned from that. Evidence of that was in the Ramirez fight. All right, so he learned. It's what you call failing forward. Also, want to make another point for people that think that Brian is going to run in here and just flat out wash Devin. Okay, we like doing comparisons. I remember some of you weren't born. Some of you wasn't watching boxing. I remember leading up Floyd Mayweather Jr. leading up to the Diego Chico Corrales fight. What y'all don't remember or don't know is Floyd was supposed to die that night. Diego Corrales was knocking over trees in his division. And Floyd was supposed to get his that night. Go watch that fight if you haven't seen it. Diego Corrales was a killer until he got in the ring with Pretty Boy Floyd. Not Money May. He got in there with Pretty Boy Floyd. Diego got knocked down like 6 times, and his father said enough. Enough. He kept getting up, but he was like, enough. There was nothing he could do. Floyd was fainting to the body and bringing that left hook over, and he dropped Diego mad times. Diego was a taller fighter. Diego was more rangy, but it didn't matter. And Diego couldn't think outside the box. Now, in saying that, I don't know. I'm not saying he does it in Brian Norman. I don't know if he has that other gear. I don't know. He's going to need to show it tomorrow. He's going to need it. I want y'all to keep in mind, Devin Haney looks bigger. He actually looks stronger, right? Brian Norman got a longer reach, y'all. So when coach talks about that jab, he can, but will he? And I believe, well, I know that Devin, if plan A fails, he has a plan B, C, D. He has an IQ. He's been under these lights before. Again, I don't think Brian is moved by the moment. He don't strike me as that kind of kid to let the moment get to him. He doesn't. And I'm not being disrespectful with calling him a kid. I'm old enough to be these guys' fathers. I'm older than Brian Sr. and Bill Haney, by the way, y'all. So I'm not being disrespectful by calling them kids. Both of these young men could be my son. Okay? So I don't think he's affected by the lights, so I don't want to play into that. He did look a little dehydrated. I think he'll be fine. I just think that Devin, overall talent-wise. Oh, and I want to add another thing. Hakeem Rahman versus Lennox Lewis. The reason why Rahman was so successful is because he was in Africa like a month, and while Lennox got to the continent 2 weeks before the fight, and it didn't do him too well. Not to say that Brian's not taking it serious. This is the most important fight of his career, of his life right now. But these are things, both of these men are taking it serious. I just believe that Devin has all the tools to win. I have this guy in the chat, FX Morpheus, says Devin ain't got the chin to win. I don't know where you get that from. Why are you acting like Brian Norman ain't got dropped? And matter of fact, you talk about get it back in blood. The brother who dropped him, the Puerto Rican that dropped him, he never ran it back, but no one talks about that. Devin got dropped by a drugged up left hook. He got up every time. Devin was never knocked out. Devin ate a punch from the Jorge Linares and it wasn't knocked out. He came back and got his bearings and won the fight. I don't know where this pillow fist with Devin came from. He ain't got no chin. I don't know where that came from. See, those are plants by old media that they put out there that y'all run with. And I'm telling you, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. Devin does have a chin. Devin does have a chin. You have a chin when you get dropped and you get up off the floor and you continue to fight. Look at this bullshit. Look at this bullshit. Look at this. This guy's a detractor and you about to get blocked. Because I know what type of time you on. He says if Devin was a master boxer, the way people make out, he would never gave that performance against Ramirez. Big Cap. Big Cap, right? I got a question for you. If Floyd Money Mayweather was such a good boxer, how the hell did he let Shane Mosley almost knock him out in the second round?
Talk.
How'd that happen? Please explain, FX Morpheus. Don't block him. I want to hear his response. And while you type in response, I need you. Matter of fact, yeah, click the link and turn your camera on. I want this smoke. And let me know how old you are. If you're going to type, let me know your age. Because you might not remember when Floyd Mayweather almost got killed by Shane Mosley. You might not remember when they were saying, oh my God, you're ducking Antonio Margarito. You're ducking Paul Williams. Right? No, what I know is that Floyd Mayweather had a chin. He had a chin. Shane Mosley, normally when he caught you like that, he'd kill you and get you out of there. All fighters get hit. Did Muhammad Ali have a chin? How many times Muhammad Ali been on the floor? Let me know. Let me know. FX Morpheus, you're doing too much talking. Click the link. You're doing too much typing. Click the link. Let's have a conversation, brother. You're saying all the things. See, this is what I'm saying. You're the problem. You're the problem. I'm going to go ahead to Mansa Musa, and then we're going to go ahead to Abel, because you just talking. But you can click the link and come on and state your case. So you one of those dudes, Tank from the trenches. That's why we root for him. He from the trenches. You like wild hair and tattoos? You one of those cats? Mayweather had a chin. Mayweather did have a chin. Devin has a chin. He's been clipped by good punches. Ryan Garcia's not a good puncher. Even drugged up, he ain't get knocked out. He ain't get knocked out. These dudes, y'all don't know what not having a chin is. Y'all don't know what that is. You have no idea. Does Tyson Fury have a chin? Careful. Be very careful. Does Tyson Fury have a chin? Uh-oh. Listen, I'm not entertaining no conversation with some grown adolescent. All right? I know I watched Brian Norman walk into a punch and get knocked on his ass. And he got up. I never said Brian don't have a chin. He just got clipped. And it happens. Does Evander Holyfield have a chin? He's been knocked out. Yes, he has a chin. But he's been knocked out. Get out of here. This is adult conversations, man. Mansa Musa, go ahead and cook, brother. Freedom's March, come back if you have a minute.
What's good, big bro? What's up to the panel? What's up with the chat? Oh man, I just come in here hot, man, talking my ish, man. From the bottom to the top, I got Abdullah Mason winning by UD. I got Bam Rodriguez possibly stopping that guy in the 10th or the 11th. I got Devin stopping Brian Norman in the 9th. And I got David Benavidez getting stopped in the 5th.
You got Benavidez getting stopped in the 5th?
Yep, they're my predictions.
Yo, FX, I'm telling you to click the link. You're entitled to it, but I'm going to challenge you on it. You can have an opinion. I'm not trying to change your mind, but you have an opinion. Come on with it. Let's have a conversation. How old are you? Don't type nothing else but your age. Go ahead, Monster Musa.
Nah, that was it. That was it. You know, I was just coming in hot with my predictions. I'm listening to everybody, man. I'm rocking with everything. I love it all.
I appreciate you, good brother. Young Abel, salute.
Hey, before I get to my predictions, let me say this real quick. The hell with you, Drew, with that nonsense of that Wolf, the DJ from yesterday, bro. You crazy fool.
Wolfman Jack.
Shut up, bro. You ain't shit, bro. You ain't shit.
But let's get to it. We got a full panel, good brother. Let's go.
I got you. Okay. So my predictions of the fight is very simple and concrete. I got Abdullah Mason by UD. I also got Bam Rodriguez in the 6th. And I'm for the first time, I'm going to go with David Benavidez to knock out Anthony Yard in the 10th. Because in previous predictions of David Benavidez fight, the last time I did, I picked David Morrell to beat David Benavidez. And, David Benavidez punished him. So I'm not going to go against him this time. And as far as Norman Jr. versus Haney is concerned, I think it's going to be similar to when Floyd mollywopped Diego Corrales, and I think it's going to get stopped in the 10th. I got Devin Haney stopping Mariah Norman Jr. in the 10th.
Eric joining that super chat. He said Haney versus Ramirez was a true masterclass of boxing. Devin dominated Ramirez the whole fight while Ramirez was shitting in his boots. Devin had the power of the ninja sword.
Give power to my nigger sword!
Thomas.
Yo, what's good? What's good?
Yeah,
What's good?
I got Maurice here, so I want to get to him. But go ahead and cook for a second.
Yeah, I'm going to be quick. I came up because actually you brought up the Floyd Mayweather and Shane. It's funny that last night, Stormy took kind of a lot of my talking points, but we spoke last night on 503s. But after the live, me and Stormy talked for like an hour and some change, even after that. And he brought up, we were talking about that fight. And he was saying, Stormy's there, and he said, when Floyd got hit by Shane, it was a good thing that it was early, because that's what helped Floyd, because then he could see the power that Mosley possessed, and it would have been different if it would have happened later on, and it was just a great discussion. So a lot of people don't realize that punch was early in the fight, and that actually benefited Floyd in that fight. So, but as far as the fight, I mean, I've been talking about it a lot. I'll talk about it more tonight. People know how I feel about the fight and feel about both men and their fathers and whatever the case may be. But I just think that when it comes down to Devin Haney and Brian Norman, I think the experience is just too much for Brian. And this is Brian's first big stage, first big moment. And and I just think Devin's done it before, and a lot of people pointing out to that face-off in a negative way. The press conference where
hey, coach, look who's in the chat. Go ahead, Thomas.
They're saying that the nervous energy, and how quick people go and say like, oh, this guy got nervous energy, he's going to get knocked out. I didn't see that. I didn't see that at all. I thought that was more like a little bit mind games to show that I'm ready and whatever, because I think that the Normans are taking this fight too personal.
Yes.
And sometimes your feelings get in the way of what you really want to do as far as your strategies and stuff like that. And, your emotions could get the best of you. And I think the Normans are letting it get to the best of them. I don't agree with some of the things that Bill said and Bill done. I think they were low blows. And I'm not going to get into that, but they're taking it way too personal. And that's going to affect both guys in this fight. Because remember, Brian Norman Sr., he's been chirping a lot. And, to me, he's been looking really bad out here. And I like Brian Norman Sr. I spoke to him a few times. I think he just looks really bad out here right now. And it's going to reflect in the fight because he's in the corner of the fight. You know what I'm saying? So like it's the emotions are going to be a little bit too much, and it's going to get overwhelming. And that's why I have Devin winning this fight by unanimous decision. And not really a complete wash, because you think unanimous decision is going to be a wash. right? You can be competitive for 12 rounds and be competitive each round and lose 12 zip. And that doesn't mean that you got washed. You was competitive, but you just lost. So I think it's going to be that type of fight. I think Norman will have some moments in the fight. And I think Norman's best opportunities will come in the second half of the fight. And in the second half of the fight is when Haney usually makes his mistakes. You know, the 8th, 9th round, that's the rounds that he usually he's got clipped in the past or he's got hurt. You know, Lomachenko, Linares, the Ryan Garcia, mostly that's been in the second half of the fight. But at the end of the day, like when you make mistakes in the fight, the other fighter still got to capitalize. So you got to put that in the equation too. And I just think Haney's going to make better adjustments as the fight goes on. And I got him winning unanimous decision. And I'm just excited for this card overall. A lot of undefeated fighters on this card. You know, I love Abdullah Mason. I'm a big fan of his, and I think tonight we're going to see a star being born tonight with Abdullah Mason. He's got a great team. He's got a bunch of great, you know, his family, his father. I've spoken to his brothers. I got one of his brothers. I be texting, you know, and his father's a really good man, and you know they're great people. And I think a star is going to be born tonight, and I can't wait for it because I think Sam Noakes is a tough fighter. And it's not going to be easy in the beginning. It's not. I don't think it's going to be easy in the beginning, and then eventually, I think Abdullah will stop him late. But I'm just excited overall for this card, and I'm just excited for Abdullah Mason most of all because 21 years old, he's got the chance to be the youngest champion in boxing right now.
Yes, sir.
And that overwhelmed that beats my guy Xander, right? And by the way, I don't care what any of you say. You know, F all of you, you Matthias haters, but you know, it's very disappointing. It's very disappointing. I've been reading some of the news on it, so I'm just going to let the news go out and see what happens because it is VADA testing as well, and he volunteered to do it, and he was clean in the first test. This was the second test, so let's see what happens. But it's very disappointing, and it hurts. And me being a jerk that I am, you know, he's also half Dominican, so I'll blame his Dominican side. I'll let my play. Have a good day, guys.
Jesus Christ. Salute to my brother Jason Bourne in that Cash App, man. Much love and appreciation, man. Thank you so much in that Cash App. Thank you so much.
I gotta blame the Dominican side.
Maurice, you up, good brother. Let's get it.
How y'all doing, good brothers? Hope everybody is doing well. Good. So I just want to answer your question to that you know, that topic we were talking about with Mayweather and Mosley. But if you looked at that fight, Mayweather never got hit with that punch again through the whole fight. Now Devin, not so much. He got hit with that punch several times, you know, throughout the fight. And that's the point I wanted to bring up. He made that adjustment. Devin did not make that adjustment, my good brothers.
Did you hear what I said about that fight, though?
No, you know what? When you were talking, I had clicked the link. So if I missed it, I apologize.
I said exactly what you just said.
Okay, I didn't hear that. Okay,
he was
my
playing
bad.
to the audience, and he was trying to knock Ryan out and play tough guy. That's not his game. Because when he did box, he won rounds. And when they show the highlights and with media push and with the zone keeps showing him getting knocked down, you would think that Ryan washed him like that the whole fight. When the fight, I was there live. I was at press row. I scored it along with other boxing pundits. We all said it was a draw, but we also knew that Ryan won the drama of the fight and they were going to give it to him. Ryan lost a lot of rounds in that fight.
No, he did. And you know what? I agree. He did. Because if you looked at the fight, Devin was actually, you know, winning. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Those later rounds.
So would you agree that Ryan can be outboxed?
100%.
Okay, so Devin fought the wrong fight. We all said that. We said that.
Okay. And
so that was Devin's decision. He made a bad decision. Yes.
Okay, and right. Okay, so
when he fought Ramirez, go ahead. He didn't do that. When he fought Ramirez, he didn't do that. Okay, we watched Ryan get outboxed by Rolly Romero of all people. Rolly Romero. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No, and I agree.
Okay, so that's a testament to Devin's boxing IQ. He made a choice, and it was the bad choice. You know, putting aside that this dude cheated and he's a racist and all that stuff. Devin made a bad choice, but it was a choice indeed. So when Devin locks in and decides to box, he can do that. Now, in reference to his chin, Jorge Linares is a puncher. And he in the fight that he rocked Devin in was at the very end of the 10th round. And he ate that punch. Now, if that punch happened in the beginning, we might not be having this conversation. He might have stopped Devin. He rolled in the wrong direction, and Linares hit him with a punch. and he couldn't do it. He couldn't do. He rolled in the wrong direction. He got hit with a punch. Someone's trying to get in from backstage, but just hold on for me, brother. Just hold on for me real quick. Just hold on for me.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
No, you good. You good. And Devin ate the punch. He wobbled back to the corner, and then what are you taught in boxing? When you're hurt, you're supposed to clinch. And then Devin did that all around 11. He did that all around 11. And then they started talking about a clinch counter for him, as if we didn't go through a decade of John Ruiz. And salute to Johnny Ruiz, but he was an eyesore. I told him that when he was on my panel. I said, yeah, man, salute to you. You ain't duck no smoke, but you was an eyesore to watch in certain parts. Because it was jab straight, clinch, jab straight, beer rub, clinch. That's what he did. That's what he did.
All
so
right.
now.
Well, I don't. Okay.
So now, that was you, FX? That was you, FX? Thomas, do me a favor. Leave so FX could join the panel. I want to hear what this dude has to say.
All right. I'll be quick. I'll be quick.
Yeah.
I'll be quick. So
basically what I'm saying is the odds were stacked against Devin. Always. That's always has happened. Okay. To say he doesn't have a chin is disingenuous.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's very disingenuous to say that this kid doesn't have a chin. Okay, you know who didn't have a chin? And I say this respectfully. Michael Grant didn't have a chin. Michael Grant didn't have a chin. Once you tapped him, the fight was pretty much over. Devin got hit with a PED fist and kept getting up. And on my cards, he fought to a draw. So that's the chin, and he has heart. You understand? So to say that he doesn't have a chin is disingenuous. He's actually a warrior. Tyson Fury has been knocked on his ass how many times? No one says he don't have a chin. So that's what I'm saying. Us as black men, we have to be careful when the media puts that out. Now, if you don't like Devin, I can't fit. Now, I'm not talking about you, Maurice. I'm just saying because I'm looking at this FX Morpheus dude. I need you to click the link, young man. Come up on here. 46 years old. I need you to come up on here. All right, that was him that said he was 46. That was him? Well, click. Oh, he left. But I'm saying to say that Devin don't have a chin is disingenuous. All right, who the GOAT? You can click the link too. You can come up here. Let's have a conversation. Let's do it. Because I see people picking against Devin. It's a lot of emotion. It's a lot of emotion. And I don't know where that's coming from. You don't like Bill? Bill's not in the ring. It's his son. I'm not paying attention to everything that Brian Norman is doing. Brian Norman Sr. I'm not paying attention to what he's doing. I'm not paying attention.
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, brother. Give me 1 second.
All right, my fault. Okay.
That's cool. That's cool. Real Talk Mafia. Turn your camera on so I just know you're a real person. I'll bring up on the panel. Let's have a conversation. Real Talk Mafia. Just turn your camera on for 2 seconds so I know that you're a real person. So I can bring you up and we can have a conversation. Just do that for yourself. Do that for yourself. I'll bring you up and do that because I just want to make sure you're not flashing your man parts on here. You know what I'm saying? Because that happened just last week. Somebody got on here and started flashing their man parts. And if you think you're going to do it backstage, just know that you're being recorded and I will send it to Google. Like I did the other homosexual. Turn your camera on, good brother. Turn your camera on. I'll read the super chat. Now I'm going to go to John Thomas in that super chat salute. He said, you all saw Drew ask the white guy to get off. Ask the white guy to get off the panel. It's crazy work. Salute everyone in the building. I come. You're not white. Yo, you stupid.
Hey, Drew, you just gonna skip me, dog?
Nah, I'm sure Will in the building, man. You go ahead and cook, brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
While I got a second at work, did you see my super chat?
Let me go back up. A lot of super chats came in. Let me go. Trill Will in that super chat. He said experience is going to show in this fight. Devin just has to stay on his plan and fight his fight. I believe Brian Norman is too green and hasn't been in there with an elite caliber fighter before. And I know all about the sparring sessions.
Sparring don't really.
Morpheus, come back. Morpheus, come back. I'll let you up. Come back. Come back. I'll let you. He says camera don't work. I'll let you up.
Yeah, I actually had cut off.
No, that's all right. Trill, Will, go ahead,
but-
Trill. Go ahead, Trill. Hold on a minute.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I've heard all the shout out to Coach and shout out to Stormy D man with their infinite knowledge on the game of boxing. But the thing I see everybody picking out flaws from Devin Haney, but I rarely hear anybody speaking of the flaws of Brian Norman. Now, we've seen Brian Norman get dropped by a straight right hand, coming in too overzealous, coming in hot. We've seen Brian Norman not only get dropped once, he lost. I mean, I think one of the most challenging fights he's had, I believe he lost. One of the most challenging fights. Let's see. The thing about it is emotion plays a big part, and emotion was the reason why Devin Haney got dropped against Ryan Garcia. Emotion was the reason why he got wobbled by Jorge Linares. It was emotion that did that. Now, the reason why I wrote what I wrote in that super chat, Devin seemed more composed. Brian Norman stood there like a shook leaf, and it's like almost as if he didn't know what. I mean, looking at him from where I was seeing, and I watched the entire pressure, and I seen all of the op-eds and all these think pieces on everybody saying Devin's scared because he was hopping around, and I agree with Coach. He was dehydrated. His body wasn't at its best potential. But meanwhile, Devin is jumping around and staring him eye to eye. But everybody want to attain that to fear. I don't see fear in Devin. Devin's never gave me a reason to see fear in him. He's fought everybody in the game there is to fight, and how people can justify that as fear is beyond me. But anyways, my predictions for the fight: I got Abdullah Mason knocking out Sam Noakes. I say by round 6. I got David Benavidez walking down Anthony Yard because his gas tank is doo-doo. And I got Devin the Dream Haney by unanimous decision against Brian Norman. And y'all gonna see experience pays the bills. The same as y'all seen experience pay the bills when David Benavidez fought Morrell. When he fought Morrell, you seen experience is the reason why he looked as good as he did in that fight. And I land my plane there.
There it is. John, you up, and then we're gonna go to FX. Salute, my brother.
Yo, what up, man? So I'm gonna disagree with a lot of y'all on this panel.
It's cool.
With the Norman fight. But first I want to say Mason, man. Look, the fact that he got dropped them 2 fights with the guy with the shag, it got me a little worried because this guy Noakes, he throw like sharp, quick punches. You know what I'm saying? So I would like to see this dude. I eventually think that he gonna overwhelm him with his skill. Mason is, but I'm just a little worried about them little sharp punches. You know, where they put him down once or twice. You know, I just got to see him face adversity again. You know, like he did the first time. But hopefully he pulled it off, man, because he looked to be great. Now going to the Norman fight. Look, I gotta say this about Bill and Norman Sr., man. To me, I'm looking at that shit, man, yesterday. I'm like, man, this shit look childish as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like these dudes are, you know, the dads of the sons look more mature than the dads at this point. You know what I'm saying? So I hope they get that shit together.
I feel you on that.
Yeah, I just hope they both get that shit together, man, and especially Norman Sr. That shit just come across as childish. Yeah. But as far as the fight go, I don't see what nobody sees. I don't see how anybody can give Haney a chance in this fight because.
Come on.
Hey, listen. Look,
I agree.
I watched this and I study it. Look, what Norman Jr. does is he likes to punch while you punching. Like, so when Haney is throwing his first, like that little body shot he throw, he got a counter for that, I promise you. And the dude is fast too. So You know, I look
Who's
at it
fast?
like this.
Who's fast?
Norman Jr. is fast.
He is?
Oh yeah, yeah. I think he a lot faster than what people get not even giving him credit for. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't see it, but go ahead.
so like yeah, like he got step backs. I don't, man. It's nothing. Look, man. If you would have asked me to fight any one of them guys, you know what I'm saying? And I used to fight back in the day, but I'm looking at Norman like damn near like I looked at Crawford back in the day. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this shit? You know what I'm saying? Hell no, I'm turning this shit down. What the fuck?
So you
You
saying
know what I'm saying?
you would turn down a fight against Norman?
You fucking right.
Well, that's why you side with Norman over Devin, because Devin ain't turning nothing down.
No. I give Devin a lot of credit, bro. I give Devin, look, he got the heart the size of I don't know what, you know what I'm saying? Because I give that dude a lot of credit, man. But in this particular fight, and I don't like to get into the you know, the nitpicking, the drama shit that go on. So I'm just gonna say that Norman Jr. by KO by within 8.
Hey, John, where you from?
That's your pick. Hold on.
I agree.
From Houston, bro.
From Houston. All right. You salute the fool ass Earthman in that super chat.
You fool ass Earthman.
You said Drew Titan, homie Debo Dev about the style on this kid. It's levels to this. Yeah, I agree. FX, let's go to you.
Yo, what's good?
Go ahead.
Yes, bro. Big up. So what you saying? You got me on there.
Yes,
you
sir.
got me on there. Yeah. So what you saying then?
You tell me. You're picking why?
I'm saying, right. Listen, I like Devin. I did like Devin Haney. I used to like him, but I'm just being. Huh?
You said you used to like him.
Yeah.
Okay.
I stopped liking him. I stopped liking him this fight. When I see him wearing that pink hat with sex on it in the press conference or wherever it is today, I'm not with all of that. Like all of these guys that doing that funny stuff. That's why I want Norman to get him out the game, because he's bad for boxing, because he's doing that sissy stuff. You see what I'm saying? But let's just go back to boxing.
So you don't want Tank in boxing either, do you?
No, these guys are on some sissy stuff. I'm not feeling all of that.
So no sissies in boxing. So you hated Floyd, you hate Tank, you hate
No,
Devin.
no. Don't put words in my mouth. Don't put words in my mouth. You never seen Floyd. You never. Okay, yeah, but you don't need to put.
Calm
yeah, but
down.
don't put words in my mouth though. Don't put words in my mouth though. I'm not irate though. Huh?
You talking about you want fighters to go because of their style of dress? Yes.
No, I'm saying to you, I just don't respect fighters that are poisoning the children. You get what I'm saying? When you got people like Tank wearing skirts in the ring and promoting things like going in the shop buying bare sweets for kids and wearing sex on his hat and pink hats and purses, that's not good for little black boys.
Good brother, and if I could speak my piece, I'm gonna jet out real quick.
That's all I'm saying. But back to the boxing with Devin Haney, right? The Devin Haney that we all knew grew up. I've been watching boxing for years. Devin don't fight the way he grew up.
How many years?
Woo, 15 years.
15 years.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. I'm gonna let you cook. Go ahead. 15 years.
All right, listen. The Devin Haney that I saw back in the day, he was a superstar talent, the best boxer. He was a computer game, right? But the way he fights now, he don't fight like that because he ain't got no chin. He knows he hasn't got no chin, so now he fights scary. He fights like Klitschko, jab, right hand, hold, jab, right hand. That's his go-to now. So if you think that he's gonna beat Brian Norman, the guy that he's like, listen, Brian Norman is a talent. If you think he's slow and all of that, then you're not really understanding what you're looking at. You know what I'm saying? And if Devin Haney was so good on a level as Mayweather of anyone of that class, he would not have ran and disgraced himself against Ramirez. Like, why would you do that? Why are you gonna run around and disgrace yourself? The reason why Turkey's putting him in there now is because you're trying to rob Turkey. How are you gonna go in the ring and run around? I'm paying you all these millions. You know what? All right, I'm gonna get you knocked out. I'm gonna put someone in there who's gonna knock you out because you're playing games. That's not good for boxing.
All right, let me challenge you on a few things. First of all,
cool.
You already have a preconceived notion about Devin. You already have your mind made up. So I'm not trying to change your mind, but I'm gonna point out some simple facts. You said he's trying to rob Turkey. That's absolutely.
He did. He did.
That's absolutely wrong. That's absolutely wrong. All right. Are you gonna? You've been watching boxing for 15 years. How old are you?
So why did
walk me through it?
I'm 45, brother. I'm 45. Listen, so why did Turkey say no Tom and Jerry fights?
Hold on. You've been watching boxing. You're 45 years old. You only been watching boxing for 15 years.
That's I'm just a rough estimate. That's a rough estimate.
That's what you just
said.
said.
I don't know how long I've been watching. I don't know. Could be longer. Could be longer. Could be much longer. I don't know.
Okay, so you don't recall. You caught the tail end of the Floyd Mayweather era. You caught the tail end of it. You're talking to a 50-year-old man. I've been watching the boxing with an educated eye since the early 80s, young man.
Okay.
So I know what I'm talking
about. What's it got to do with now, though? What we say now? Why did Devin Haney run around from Ramirez like that?
Respond. You have detached yourself from fighters basically because of a style of dress. That's what you just
mate. No, listen.
Yes, mate. That's what you said. I heard what you said. All right. Furthermore, you're saying that Devin is robbing Turkey. Let me explain something to you. If Turkey felt he was being robbed, he wouldn't put a bag in his hand. Turkey also said he loves Devin.
He's got a contract, man. It's a contract.
Please don't talk over me. Please don't talk over me. We're having a dialogue.
All right. Cool.
Okay. Turkey said he respects Devin because Devin will fight anybody. That's what he said. Now, along with let me address the Tom and Jerry situation that you said. I hear you're from across the pond. What's your ethnicity?
I'm black.
You're black.
Yeah.
Okay. Do me a favor, good brother. Oh, you said your camera don't work. That's what you said, right?
Yeah.
Magic. Okay. So now, do you believe that there's a smear campaign on black fighters? Just yes or no will suffice.
In what way?
In what way? If I have to explain that to you, then you believe that there's nothing there.
I never said. Listen, I'm just asking the question, man. You know what I mean? We're grown folk, innit?
My question: do you believe that there's a smear campaign on black fighters? I wasn't specific with anyone. I'm saying black fighters in general. Yes or no?
A smear in what? Putting black men in dresses? Yeah, I said a smear campaign. 100%.
Still referring to the black men in dresses. All right.
100%. 100% smear campaign.
What about the black men that's been cheated in the ring, and the fighter that cheated him being justified when he's been known to be a cheater and a racist?
Who Devin and Ryan? Is that what you're talking about? Listen, that Devin put.
Hold on, I can go deeper than Ryan. That's just the most recent one that you can identify with because you only been watching the sport 15 years.
No, but I've been watching it long enough to know who can fight and who can't fight. You know what I'm saying?
So what I'm saying, that goes back to my question. Do you believe that there's a smear campaign?
I believe. Obviously, the game is rigged against black people. We all know that. You know what I'm saying? That's nothing to point out. Huh?
Stop right there, brother. Stop right there.
Yeah,
okay. So you believe that there's a smear campaign? Right.
The game is rigged. When you say smear campaign, that's different. A smear campaign is like.
I mean what I said, brother. I know what I said. I was there when I said it. It's a smear campaign. All I've seen Devin Haney do, I got you, Hendo. All I've seen Devin Haney do was be in pursuit of fighting the best level of competition. And the competition has denied him all the way up until the other king, Brian Norman Jr.
Okay.
Everyone, he has a list. Name a fighter that put out a list other than Lennox Lewis. Name a fighter that put out a list of names.
But so people can't sell wolf tickets. So people can't sell wolf tickets.
Don't do that. Don't do that. We're not talking about sales because Devin never talked about sales. Devin has
wolf tickets.
Hold on.
He's capping. Hold up. Did B Norman Senior say that Bill Haney called up Tay Jones and tried to get them to pull out the fight? Did he say that at the press conference? Did he say that?
That was a lie.
Bullshit.
How do you know it's a lie? I'm saying to you. I'm saying. Hold on. Let me finish, please. I'm
gonna mute you. Now you're trying to out-talk me. See, this is the problem with us black folk. If this dude Real Talk Mafia is black, he wants to talk about. Now let me point this out. He wants to talk about black men and how they dress and everything else, but this man has mafia in his name, which is an Italian hustle group or cartel that does wrong by the Italian people. But he got it in his fucking name, and meanwhile he's a black man? That is just as insignificant as niggas walking to the ring with a motherfucking sombrero. Real talk mafia. Now in reference to the phone call, Black Talk Mafia, I was on that call. I was on the call. Me.
Come on.
BFTB, Bill Haney, 78 Sports, Tay Jones, and Drew fucking Titan. Me.
Come on.
I was on the call. He's lying. He's lying. He's lying. Brian Senior's lying. There, I said it. I've been trying to, I stayed out of it. I wanted to talk about the fight. And here you come, a black man with a name Mafia. Mafia in your name. You said I don't fuck with these fighters because of their style of dress, and you talking about them attacking the kids. I'll let you have that. I'm not going to debate with that because I don't dress like that. That's them and these kids. I said it at the top of my goddamn show. I wanted to talk about the fight. And now you're talking about everything else but the fight. So you want to talk about everything else? Why the fuck do you have Mafia in your name, Black Brit? Your thoughts. Address that.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why it's in there. Because I was going to open up a podcast with my brethren, and we was going to call it Real Talk Man.
Mafia is an Italian lingo. As a black man, you should distance yourself from that, like how you think these black kids are supposed to distance themselves from wearing skirts. Right or wrong?
But listen to me. Listen to me. But can I talk?
No.
Listen.
You're on my show, nigga, and I didn't want to go here with you. But now we here.
Hey, brother, if I could.
This is Drew Titan LLC. This is Drew Titan LLC. Yeah? Yeah? Mafioso, yeah? You're just as silly as niggas walk into the goddamn ring with sombreros on their fucking head. I detest that because if Canelo Alvarez walked to the ring versus Bud wearing a kufi on his head, we'd have had a meltdown. Respect is 360 degrees. And I hate that. So you talking about disowning black people, these young black kings, well, with the exception of Tank, that are out here getting work done in the ring. I'm trying to tell you what Devin has done, and you're discrediting him, and by default, you ride with Norman. You're not even a Norman fan. You didn't know who the fuck, the only person that knew who Brian Norman really was me. Because I have a relationship with Tay Jones. Mafia. He been telling me about Brian Norman for 6 years now. I knew who he was. Me. You don't know. You brought up a phone call that I was on, stupid. How you feel? You ain't coming up in here schooling nobody. I was in the middle of that stupid shit. I'm the one that created a meeting of minds and made peace with my brothers. Don't you dare come in here and try to ignite a fire that was extinguished months ago. And that's the problem with you niggas. If you're from Africa or the UK. Don't you dare come in here and disrespect Devin. Don't you dare come in here and disrespect Brian.
Hey, Titan.
Don't you dare. Hold
Titan.
on, Maurice, I'm fucking. Hold on.
Okay.
Don't you dare do that shit. You questioning brothers' integrity by their choice of dress, and you a black man got the name Mafia in your goddamn name, and you're not even Italian. Italians don't even refer to themselves as a mafia, real Italians, because mafias ain't good. Now, do you want to talk boxing or bullshit? You make the choice. Your thoughts, and be careful.
Can I respond? Can I respond? So you want to talk about mafia, but what would you do? Try to lock up the mafia when you was a policeman, yeah? Is that what you was doing? Right? So don't confuse a name, because let me tell you something. As a black man, yeah, you know who the enemy was. So the moment you put that Hello. Bad.
Set up a
You stupid ass nigga. What the fuck does my former employment have to do with anything? Y'all niggas
Oh
dug that up.
man.
Y'all niggas, you
So
niggas, I know
listen.
you been I ain't gotta listen to shit, you stupid ass. This
I
nigga
come
been
back.
following me. This nigga been following me for years. What does me being a cop have to do with anything? I drive a bus now. What the fuck does that have to do? Nigga, you're still a black man in the UK with mafia in your name. That's the dumbest shit I heard. You got the nerve to try and judge these kids for how they dress?
I come back to say one thing, because I heard every damn thing. This guy here, Real Talk Mafia, you come up here on a platform to voice opinions, but opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one, right?
You gotta mute me. Why are you muting me for? Why
And
you
the fact that you say
Hey, you're a
camera
bitch ass nigga.
doesn't work.
Shut the fuck up.
You're a
means
bitch
for
ass
me
nigga.
that you'd
Fuck out of
rather
here.
show your ass than your face because can't nobody tell the fucking difference between the two. Get the fuck out of here.
Did he say he disowned black people? Did he say that earlier?
He said he got a problem with how these young
Hey,
kids
y'all hear
dress.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you, brother. He said he got a problem with how the
Hey, my brothers, I'm just gonna speak my piece.
Go ahead,
I'm about
Maurice.
to
Go ahead.
jet. I
Go ahead, Maurice.
appreciate the
Go ahead,
show,
Maurice.
but
Go ahead, Maurice.
my pick is Brian Norman Jr. From what I seen, I do like Devin, but I haven't seen anything that Devin has showed me that can keep that young lion up off of him, and that's just my opinion. So
That's
I
your
got
opinion.
Brian Norman Jr.
That's your opinion, brother. I ain't mad at that.
Peace to the
I'm not
show.
mad at
Peace to y'all, brothers. Appreciate
sir.
y'all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Y'all hear me?
Loud and clear, Freedom's March. You go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
I think something happened to the stream.
No, I can hear you. I can hear you. We can hear you.
Can y'all hear?
Yeah, we can hear you.
We can hear you, brother. We can hear you. Freedom's March.
Y'all hear?
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, brother? Somebody. Oh shit. He can't hear. Damn.
Yo.
Hey, you want me to leave?
No.
Y'all hear?
Go ahead. Freedom's March. Can you hear me?
And come back in, bro.
Yeah, he got to go out and come back in. Hen dog. You up, brother?
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
I got Norman by round 11 TKO.
Uh-huh.
So that's my pick because he's a swimmer. He uses athleticism to get his punches set up, and he punches between his punches though. Devin Haney don't do that. He's more of a counter puncher and puncher boxer though. That's how I look at it. These keep on saying Haney don't have no power, but I had to disagree though. I think he got more power than Norman, but that's why Norman has to stay away until the later rounds though. That's my pick.
That's what's up, good brother. That's what's up. Freedom's March, you can hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, that's good. We can hear you now. Okay, brother, you go ahead and cook.
For sure. I got Devin. For sure. And I took a look at the last fights these two gentlemen had.
You got talking to the mic, bro. You got talking to the mic.
All right, hold on.
Yeah.
Hey, Drew 10, I just want to let you know I already blocked that troll from the chat, so he's
Man,
out.
that motherfucker, he's a Brit that's been on my dick since
Y'all hear me?
since he was flossing his teeth with AJ's nuts. Go ahead, Freedom's March. Thank you, Abel. Go ahead, Freedom.
That's funny. I got Devin Haney, man. I haven't seen anything from Brian Norman to show me that he has the IQ to outwit Devin Haney at all in the ring. Looking at his last fight, I want to touch on a couple things that I saw that Devin can definitely exploit. I see that he gasses early. He gasses early. That's what I see. I see that he has a problem with range even when his opponent is right in front of him. I don't know how many times he missed Jin Sasaki when Jin was standing right in front of him. And he would throw these big shots and miss. So if Brian does that tomorrow against a Devin Haney, who is definitely going to outclass him in terms of footwork, in terms of ring IQ, he's going to do a lot better than Jin did against him. I see Brian Norman Jr. gassing early. I see Devin taking him in the deep waters and having his way with him in the later rounds. Now, what's going to be the key for me for Devin to win this fight is straights, jabs, and right hands, straight down the middle. Because Brian Norman has a tendency to throw these wide looping shots, right? And he leaves himself open to straight shots, just like he did against Boca Chica. And that's how Boca Chica dropped him. And that was a lot of that had to do with timing, right? So Boca Chica timed that perfectly as Brian Norman was coming in. So I see that I haven't seen Brian Norman evolve as a fighter since that. I haven't seen him evolve and improve, especially against someone like Jin Sasaki, who was standing right there in front of him, who was trying to walk him down with the high guard, was just letting him get off. And when he did land that big shot against Jin, Jin had his chin right out there in front of him for him to land that shot. Jin Sasaki was very undisciplined. His defense was lackluster. His footwork was non-existing. And so I haven't seen anything to show me that Brian Norman Jr. knows what to do against someone like Devin, who is going to be having the footwork and the defense to kind of mitigate what Brian Norman brings to the table, which is those big power shots that he has to plant his feet for and have a target right there in front of him, right? So this is what I see when I see this fight. Brian Norman Jr. has ways to win, right? Just like I agree with Coach Hudson. But he has to set his feet. He has to catch Devin in the middle of combinations, in the middle of exchanges, like Linares did. I agree with Coach Hudson. But what we have to realize is that in Devin's last fight, he improved on those things. He made adjustments. And I think he used Jose Ramirez to kind of test out, look, this is what I can do. That everyone says I get caught with these left hooks. I'm defensively unsound sometimes. I'm showing that, look, this is another level that I have. And people looked at that like one of his worst performances. I don't know how they saw that, right? I think it was one of his best performances, in my opinion. But what I saw against Jose Ramirez was that Devin is on a whole nother level, and he knows how to make those adjustments. He knows how to pick his hand up. He knows how to cover that jaw when he's throwing that jab. And that's one thing I will say about Devin that's kind of puts him on another plane from other boxers, is that he can make adjustments between fights that other fighters can't make adjustments for in their entire career, right? So that's one thing I see Devin being able to do, is he's going to go in there and show a completely different Devin Haney than people expect. And it's not going to look like anything that he's shown before. That's what I see happening. So that's why I got Devin to win this, and it is what it is. That's what I got. Thanks, Drew.
No problem, man. Before I go back to my brother Thomas, let me be very clear, y'all. What you just witnessed, let me walk you through it, because a lot of y'all just heard me screaming. I know that might be entertaining for some of y'all, but realistically, I don't like doing that shit. But when that dude came up here, that was an olive branch. I was referring to him as brother. He came on here hostile. He don't like how these young men dress. That's fine. I'm not going to argue that, because I don't like how these young men dress, but I'm also 50 years old. But I wanted to talk about the fight. And this man had, what he had was, I got you, Mac Time. You can turn your camera off if you want, brother. what he wanted to do was engage with me on a personal note, because he said some things that were dead issues. I swear to God, like 5 years ago. That's what he did. So good job in baiting me, but you got what you asked for. You got what you asked for. He starts talking about Turkey Ala Sheik. He starts talking about all kinds of shit that didn't even matter.
Haney robbing Turkey, that's man.
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy. He's talking about Haney robbing. He has a story made up in his mind about a fighter. You see, when Sergey Kovalev was the number one light heavyweight in the world, I hate that guy. He's a fucking racist. But what was the facts at one point before he ran into Andre Ward? The fact at one point was he was the best light heavyweight in the world. That's it. So I wanted to talk about the fight. Now, we can get on here and talk about X's and O's. I told y'all there is no wrong answer. It's just a pick. I got love for Brian Norman Jr. I got big love for Devin. I have a relationship with the Haneys. This is just a pick. If it was a fight that I felt that Devin wasn't going to win, I'd say that. But I feel Devin is going to win based off of what I see in the ring. That's it. I'm not mad at you. I'm not at war with nobody. But that dude, that nigger, because that's what he was, a nigger, capital N, came on here busting shots. He been wanting to do that to me for years. And instead of having an opportunity to have a grown conversation and make a new friend, you go on here firing shots. Well, you got what you asked for. You don't like these young brothers, how they dress. That's fine. I don't like no black man coming up here representing the negative side of another ethnicity. How dare you, a black man, come on here with mafia in your name? Real Italians don't fuck with the mafia. They don't. Just like I don't like black men walking to the fucking ring with sombreros on their head. That's disrespectful. A sombrero is a part of Mexican culture. Dumbass Elmo, he walked to the ring. Did y'all know one time he walked to the ring, the shit was on backwards? Did you know that?
Yep, it was backwards.
I didn't know that. A Mexican told me. He said, man, he got it on backwards. I said, what? That's stupid shit.
Yep.
So I'll be remiss if I have some knuckle dragging nigger from across the fucking pond tell me about etiquette, about anything. When you got mafia in your name, you're already wrong. Now I tried to talk boxing with your dumb knuckle dragging ass. You're done. Phoenix Pro Boxer, turn your camera on so I see who you are before I let you up here.
Hey,
And
Drew.
I'm being respectful when I say that.
Hey, big bro.
There you go. I got you, brother. I got you. Wait a minute. Wait, hold on, y'all. Phoenix Pro Boxer, you from the UK?
Yes, I'm from the UK. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead, bro. Hold on, Thomas. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I just want to say, I'm picking Brian Norman to beat Devin Haney by points. I think he drops him at least twice in the fight as well. Also, I think, I think it's gonna be a good fight. I think Devin Haney is. I don't think Devin Haney really has a good chance of winning this fight. I think this style is wrong for him. I think he's underestimating Brian. I think he's just talking too much, to be fair. And I think it's gonna be a good fight. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Can I ask you a question?
Hold on. Let me go to Super Mag time. It's the first time up here. Salute my
Phoenix
good
Pro
brother.
Boxer.
Hey, what's up, brother Drew Titan, man? What's happening, family? And everybody.
It's a pleasure to finally speak to you, good brother, man.
Man, come on, man. Let you know I'm real, man, and all that.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
hey. Man, that dude that was, he was a cornball. We call cornball talking and whatnot, man. And I just want to say that, man, I think Devin Haney, he gonna outbox him and all that. I believe it's gonna go to the 12th round, maybe the 11th or 12th, because I believe it's gonna be a unanimous decision. Because I think Devin Haney just gonna outbox him. He gonna throw that jab at him. His defense is slick. And the way he looked at yesterday, like you guys say, he looked it good though to me. The way he was moving and everything, so I think Norman kind of, he ain't ready for the spotlight. Maybe so. Never know to the first round go. But what I'm saying, I think Devin Haney gonna outbox him. I think it's gonna go to 12th round, unanimous decision.
I feel that. I feel that.
Hey, Drew. Drew,
Yes,
I got a question, and I got to hop off here.
Yes, sir.
And shout out to everybody on the panel. I keep hearing the same old talking point over and over. Somehow Brian Norman Jr. is going to do all this mystical, magical stuff you've never seen him do in the ring against any other opponent, against an elite caliber masterclass boxer like Devin Haney. What fight can I go watch to see all this mystical, magical stuff?
Devin Haney's not elite.
What?
Well,
that's why I said it's gonna take that round 11 though.
So now Devin Haney's not elite. Let me explain something to you. Let me ask.
You gonna answer the question?
Well, hold on. Let me ask Phoenix Pro Boxer, and it's a small world pro boxer. I'm gonna tell you how I know you in a minute, but
Okay.
Devin Haney has proven himself to be elite. Brian Norman is not. So if Brian Norman wins his fight, does that make him elite? Phoenix Pro Boxer?
No, it doesn't make him elite. No.
So these are not a battle between two elite fighters, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's not a battle between two elite fighters. Yeah.
But meanwhile, you have an opinion. That's cool. But Devin Haney's not elite. Based off of what?
Well, all you need to do is go back to the Ryan Garcia fight. I mean, Ryan Garcia is not elite. Devin Haney got destroyed in that fight. By
Ryan Garcia a racist cheater, black man?
This dude. Sorry.
Is Ryan Garcia a racist cheater, black man?
Who's that question to?
To you.
Oh, right. Is Ryan Garcia a racist cheater?
Yes.
No, he's not. I mean, yes, he he cheated. He used PEDs, but we don't know what PED he used because
He's from the UK, Drew. He's from
You know he
That should
racist
tell you
though.
everything
We
you
know
need
he
to know.
Be
racist
quiet.
though.
Everyone be quiet. Everyone be quiet. James.
Yep.
James.
Yes.
You know how I know you?
How do you know me?
You trolled my brother Blue Blood.
Blue Blood.
Don't act like you don't know. You told Blue Blood that you didn't like what Blue was reporting on UK boxers and you had some people involved. You think I wasn't watching that day? I watch my brother every day when he's live.
Oh, that's your brother. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, what the fuck? So why would you do that?
Yeah, because it was true.
So you really know people that were upset at what Blue Blood was reporting?
Yes.
You do?
Yes, I do.
Who are these people?
Well, these are people in specific fighting camps and managers because he was...
Drop a name. I know people on your side of the pond. Drop a name.
Well, Oscar De La Hoya.
You know Oscar De La Hoya?
Yes, I do know Oscar De La Hoya.
Hold on, let me call this nigga. So if I put you on the phone with him right now, he gonna know who James Nanu is?
Yes.
Okay, give me a second. Because I know Oscar.
Okay.
Okay. So hold on. Put you on the phone with him so he knows you, right? James Manu, that's your government, right?
James Manu, yeah.
James Manu.
Yeah.
From where? Where about in the UK?
From East Anglia.
East where?
East Anglia.
Spell that.
Anglia.
All right. It's going to voicemail. I'm gonna text him, okay? James Anglia. And what do you do in the business of boxing?
I'm a professional boxer and I'm a manager.
So I can box wreck you right now?
No, man. No, you won't be able to box wreck me.
All right. So you're a pro boxer and a manager. Who do you manage?
So I manage. I partly manage Lawrence Okoli. I also manage Richard Dugg and Paul Maguire.
Lawrence Okoli?
Yeah, Lawrence Okoli.
The heavyweight?
Yes.
You manage him?
Yeah, but I co-manage him, yeah.
So you being a manager, you got to be on BoxRec.
Well, you
got to have a license.
Yeah, I mean, what does that have to do with the Devin Haney?
So because I want to be able to Google you, because you might be telling the truth, right?
Yeah, I'm telling the truth.
Okay. You can say that with a straight face. So you have a relationship with Frank Warren?
Yeah, I have a little bit of a relationship with Frank Warren.
A little bit or a real one?
No, I mean I don't directly have a relationship. We have a little bit of a relationship.
How is that possible? You manage Lawrence Okoli and he's with Queensberry.
No, just because you're a manager doesn't mean you have a relationship with the promoter.
This is some amazing shit right here. Wait a minute, because I'm trying to build bridges right here. So can you get Okoli on the Strong House this Sunday?
No, I wouldn't do that.
Why not? Why not?
Not for free. You have to pay.
How much we talking? How much we talking?
Well, $4,000 at least.
$4,000?
Yeah.
And the American public don't even know who the fuck he is. I'm trying to get him notoriety over here.
Well, the American public does know who he is.
No, they don't. I promise you they don't.
Well, he was cruiserweight champion and he was bridgeweight
Who
champion.
the fuck cares about the cruiserweights in America?
And bridgeweight as well.
Dumbass American public we're talking about here. I say it all the time. The American boxing public are a bunch of fucking idiots. I say it all the time. Especially cruiserweights. No one knows who a cruiserweight champion is. So again.
He's right. He's right.
So again, I'm trying to get him exposure. So he's fighting at heavyweight now.
Yes, he's at heavyweight.
So help a brother out. Get him on the Strong House. Let's get you and Okoli on here. What's good?
Yeah, we can, but you're gonna have to pay for that.
Who am I paying, Okoli or you?
No, you're gonna have to pay our company.
Who's the company?
Oh, him. He's the entity, but we have a
Who's
shared
the company?
bank account.
Give me a name. I'm trying to Google shit.
It's Lawrence Okoli Limited.
Lawrence Okoli Unlimited.
No, Lawrence Okoli Limited. It's a limited company.
Lawrence Okoli Limited. Yo, BF, you hear this shit? Hey, James, I don't believe you.
Okay,
I don't believe you.
You don't.
You know what we
believe
call
it?
that over here? We call it cap.
Okay, because I
So
don't.
you got to
agree.
make me a believer. You
Okay.
want 4 bands to get an Okoli interview, and Okoli he's fighting at heavyweight now, but he was a cruiserweight. No one cares about cruiserweight, and you want the American public to be introduced to him. I'm actually doing you a favor.
American boxing is dead, so you need help.
Exactly, American boxing is dead, but you're here. What time is it over there?
Yeah, yes, I'm here. Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, but what time is it over there?
It's 5 p.m.
Yeah, American boxing is dead, but you're here fucking with me. Why?
I'm giving you a chance. That's why.
You giving me a chance? Well, I'm giving Okoli a chance. Come on to the Strong House, you and Okoli.
Why would you give a millionaire a chance?
Okoli's a millionaire?
Yes.
Don't believe. So you a millionaire, right?
Yes, I'm a millionaire.
Cap.
I call cap.
How can you? You're saying Okoli's not a millionaire when he was
Oh, because you already came. You a liar. You already went to my brother's channel and lied and smiled while you did it. I was watching that day.
I think he was the same guy that said he was Terrence Crawford's cousin, though.
Did you say that?
No, I didn't.
I was there.
Did you say that?
On BFT channel, bro.
I did not say that. No.
You
Did you say that, man?
Yeah, bruv.
No, I didn't say that.
Did you say that, bruv? I mean, seriously,
didn't.
you said that?
No, I didn't say that.
You didn't say that, so you're a millionaire.
Well,
Okoli's a millionaire.
BFTB,
So let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
in the chat.
Oh, he left.
He left.
I didn't kick him off. He left. Because my next question is, nothing's for free. If you're a millionaire, why are you asking for 4 bands?
That was exactly what I was about to ask. It's like, why are you asking for $4,000 if you're a millionaire? Just talk for like 30 minutes.
Nobody knows who the fuck Okoli is over here. And I say that respectfully. Oh, he came back. Let's put him back up.
He's full of that. He's full of that. You know what?
Here's my question, James. Here's my question using governments. You're a millionaire. What you need 4 bands for?
Because he doesn't do stuff for free. You can't just get a box on there for free. Every person pays.
Well, do you know I had
4K?
Yes. 4K? Do you know that I had what you call it? What you call this trainer on here last week? No,
Hey,
2
Drew.
weeks.
Drew, we interviewed Deontay Wilder in person for free.
Free.
The fuck is
And
he talking
Roy
about?
Jones Jr.
And
In
Roy
his own
Jones.
video.
Yeah, wait, hold on, James. Have you checked my channel at all?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so you know we had Robert Hodgins on here last week. Well, the week before last, right?
Yes, I know that.
Yeah. So who's Robert Hodgins?
He's someone of not really much notoriety.
But who is? Wait, hold on. Who is he, bro? Who is he, bro? Don't help him. Don't help him. Don't help him. Who's Robert Hodgins, bro?
He's a boxer.
This is a liar, bro.
He has no clue, bro.
He's a what? He's a what? You said what, Jay?
He's a trainer. He's a trainer.
He's a
You just
trainer.
Googled
Who
it.
does he train? Who does he train?
He's Googling it.
Train.
So he trained Shakur Stevenson.
What? I'm done.
Good night.
Good night.
Well, that's irrelevant.
Lying
Man.
ass
That's what he's
nigga.
done.
Bro.
Your dirty ass off the internet.
He got called in live time too, bro.
Real rich.
You're a troll, bro. You just
Hey, you see how he was putting it on, Drew? You see how he was putting it on? Hey, bro. I'm with Lawrence Akoli, bro.
You should know this. Who does Robert Hodgins train? You can Google it. Go ahead.
I mean, he didn't really train much people.
Bro,
Boy, ain't saying that, man.
Bro,
Dead
I'm
serious.
British, bro.
Why am I supposed to know who he trained?
You know why? Because he's
'Cause you're a
training
liar.
his rival.
But he just said he watched the show, so he should
That's
know
what I'm
what's up
saying.
watching the show.
He just said he didn't watch the show. He said he's very familiar with the
He
show.
watched it.
James, do me a favor. James, turn your camera on so I can look you in the eyes when I tell you this. Turn
He
your
a
camera.
musty, self-hating Brit. That's what he is.
Please turn
British
your
too
camera
fan.
on. Please turn your camera on.
ABL said in the chat he can call Bill Haney right now for free. That's a fact.
With the picture on it, bro. Come on, turn it. I want to see your face. Turn your light on. Turn your light on, good bruv.
Hey, bro. Yeah, lying his ass off,
Come on,
dog.
come on now. We ain't got all day. We ain't got all day. All right, let me help you out. Let me help you out. James, let me help you out.
Yeah.
Robert Hodgins trains a heavyweight that I personally think will knock the shit out of your boy, Akoli. Do you know who that is?
Okay, yeah, I know who that is.
Who is it? Say the name.
Was it Michael Hunter?
Oh my! I'm
Oh
done.
my God.
Yeah, that's that. Cause that's your
Leave
only
God out
hope.
of
That's because that's the guy
TD's
you
over
said
there.
think is the future. That's what you said.
You have no clue, bro.
He said
You
he's the
have-
future. He said he's your only hope.
Oh
Said
my
he's your only
God,
hope.
bro, what is he talking about, bro? Oh my God.
But
Robert,
You
Moses
said
Samba,
I am liar.
No,
You
hold on,
get
y'all.
Samba is
liar.
the best.
Hold on, y'all. Stop. Robert Hodgins trains Fabio Wardley.
Never mind then.
No, he
Hodgins was
doesn't.
just on my show 2 weeks ago.
He trains Ben Davis. He's trained Ben Davison.
And he trains
Ben
Fabio
Davison is a
Wardley.
trainer, dumbass.
Ben Davis is a trainer.
What the fuck? Ladies and gentlemen, this
Stupid butt.
yo, UK, y'all gotta do better. Come get your boy. Come get your boy.
No wonder British boxing is trash right now.
Have you had
Good
it on you the
God.
whole time?
We're better than
Have you had
You're
it
trash.
on you the whole
No,
time?
you're not.
And
Name
he
one
actually
champion
said-
that's British
actually
now.
said 4 bands to interview a Coley that nobody knows over here.
Hey, he one of them African scammers from the UK, bro. He
Hey,
gonna
he
scam the
spiked
shit out your ass.
He spiked his own water.
James, you're
Yeah,
not
he
serious?
must be right now. He
Are you
must be right
Nigerian?
now, Drew, waiting to scam your ass, dog. Don't get that
Exactly.
nigga
You
a dime,
Nigerian,
dude.
bro? Are you Nigerian?
No, I'm not Nigerian.
Funky hoe.
You're not Nigerian like
I am
Anthony
from-
Joshua?
I am from
Okoli is.
Nigeria,
No, I'm not
and I went to
Isn't
school.
Okoli
buddy.
Nigerian?
Isn't a Coley Nigerian?
Okoli's Nigerian.
Yes, Akoli is Nigerian. He's British, but he's Nigerian. Yes.
So if I
Oh,
contact him
shit.
directly, he gonna ask me for 4 bands?
Yes, he will.
Hey, peace out. Hey, peace out, y'all. I'm about to go to work, y'all, man.
You can't
If
have
Haney
boxes
win,
on
bro,
there for
I'll
free.
come right back. I'll give him
You can't
the credit.
have boxes
I
on
gotta
there
leave
for
for
free.
work. Peace.
This nigga said he trains Ben Davidson. I'm over the moon right now.
I never said I trained Ben Davison.
Hey, Drew, I
I said
bet you
Fabio. I
barefoot
said
right now
Ben
telling
Davison
that
trains
lie.
Fabio Wardley. Ben Davison trains Fabio Wardley, man.
Hey, Drew, hit him with the niggas horn real quick, dog.
Anything else, James? Anything else you want to say? Anything else?
Lying ass African, shut up.
This shit
Shut
is
up,
state of
man.
the art.
Yeah, so
Pack you up.
You make
Pack
less
you
money.
all the way up. Pack
You make
up,
less
man.
money than your brother's channel. That's so
Anything
you
else,
can
James?
understand it. Like, you know
Go
what I
ahead.
mean?
There we go. There you
What
go.
else you got, bro? What else you got,
Let
bro?
that hate out. Hey, bro.
on your
Bro.
brother's channel.
Hey, bro. You got any biscuits, bro?
Jesus.
Any
You have any
crumpets,
biscuits,
tea?
bro?
Over there, something.
Devin Haney's
Hold on.
gonna lose. Devin Haney's a
Cheerio,
Any
bro.
coward.
crumpets, tea?
Haney's a coward.
Haney.
Haney's a bitch.
I
They in
believe
love
I
with it.
can
Fucking
Well,
bitch.
they
fly.
be.
Haney's a
Hey, they
bitch.
be in love with that, man.
Hold on 1 second, man.
There you go,
Hey,
McCall.
listen, man. Phoenix
Hey,
Pro
Drew.
Boxer, bro. Don't disrespect Africa over here, man. I'm African too, dog. Don't come over here with that, man.
He
Why
one
you
of them scamming Africans, though.
disrespecting all Africans, man? Come on, bro.
Hey,
This ain't right.
Hey, Abel. He one of them scamming ass ones, though, dog.
I
He don't like
know,
them.
I know.
Hey, do you know we talked to Usyk for free in New York? Hey,
Saying what to
you know,
Usyk?
I spoke to Derek Chisora, the Del Boy, for free in New York.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Hey,
that?
guess what? I spoke to Erickson Lubin in Atlanta for free.
Yeah.
You spoke to Derek Chisora.
And I got to see,
He begged him
I
for a
got to
burger.
see
He
David Morrell
begged-
for free.
He begged Derek Chisora for a burger, man.
Huh? What?
You begged him for a burger, yeah, I saw.
I begged him
Hey,
for
Drew.
a burger?
Drew.
Oh,
Drew, guess what I
goodness,
talked to? I talked to Nonito, the Filipino Flash Donaire for 2 hours on my
Free.
channel for free.
I could call Nonito on the phone right now.
Man.
But I
Hey, UK dude. Hey, UK dude. Are you actually African, man?
Hell no.
No, I'm not African.
Are you sure?
He's not
Because you sound African, man. You sound like you're from Nigeria. You sound like from Mali or something.
How can I sound like I'm from
man.
African if you have an English accent? What kind of rubbish is that?
I'm just
What kind
asking.
of rubbish?
Yeah, self-hating nigga. That's what he is.
You don't understand anything. You don't understand anything. You're not American.
Are you waiting to receive my?
No, but you're not American. You're not.
Hey, listen, mate. Hey, listen, mate. You need to know how to talk UK. It's listen up
You
there,
don't know
mate.
how to talk UK. You don't.
Listen, mate. Listen, mate. You need to stop hating on blacks, mate.
Hold on, y'all.
know how to talk UK.
Hold on, James. Do you really eat beans in the morning?
But what?
Do you really eat beans in the morning?
No, I don't.
That's fucked up.
Beans and toast.
That's what you eat in the
I got
morning.
another
That's
question.
Oh, man.
Why do you not?
He can't. He be eating canned mutton.
I said no seasoning on your fish and chips. Why?
Man.
That's what you do. That's your
Why?
culture. That's your
Why?
culture. We have seasoning over here. That's your culture, man.
Why?
That's your culture.
You know
Why
You
what?
eat potty.
Your culture.
You eat potty in the morning.
Beer batted fish and chips. Tell me about that. Talk to me about the beer batted fish and chips. Talk to me about that. Which is not better? Because you ain't talking boxing.
You know, at the end of the day, you guys
Go
just
back
made
to
this guy's
Africa,
day.
man.
You
Hey,
just
my
made
man
this
be eating
guy-
menudo.
You just made this guy from the UK's day, all of y'all, especially you, Drew, because these guys come up and make up the wildest stories and give the wildest excuses just to come up here and speak to you. It's crazy. It's crazy. I can call you anytime I want, Drew. I can call you anytime I want. But these guys come up with the craziest stories, the lies, just to get on the panel and talk to you. They made it, man. Pro boxer, you made it, bro.
Hey, Drew,
Oh,
you
yeah.
and BFTB are world famous, bro.
BFTB, how you find these? Hey, I gotta ask a question to BFTB in the chat. How you find these UK people, bro? How you find them, man?
BFTB damage them and they come to Drew for healing.
Hey, James.
Drew,
real shit.
Keep your camera off, bro. Keep your camera off. You and BFTB, keep your camera off today.
Hey,
These dudes are
James,
weird.
Real shit. Real shit.
And they
Just
go
be
for
honest.
man.
Stop, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Be honest with yourself. You want to fuck, don't you?
Oh shit.
Just say it.
He naked right now.
Just say it. You want to fuck, don't you?
Yeah,
Just
I
say
do.
He wants
I
some
do.
penis.
Oh no!
Gay. I tell you are gay. Why are you gay?
Hey, wait, hold on, y'all. Quiet. James, you want to fuck, don't you?
Yeah.
James?
I do,
James,
mate.
you taking too long to answer. James, do you want to fuck?
I
Be
do,
honest.
mate.
This is wild, man.
Good. You said yes. You know why you said yes? Your silence is loud right now. Because he left.
Man, that's some diabolical shit.
Drew, this day is not to turn your camera on because I have a feeling this dude is going to do some wild work with some blue
Nah,
magic grease and looking
had my
at you
finger
with your wife beater on, bro.
God damn.
on the trigger.
Madness,
So, you know,
bro.
more than 4 bands to talk to fucking Nicole. You
Coley.
know what I'm saying?
Madness, bro. This is bro. This is just pure
And
madness.
he tries the Devin gonna lose. Let me be very clear. First of all, let me put y'all up on game. All right, because the other Brit, the other Brit tried to come in here and ignite a flame that was doused already.
Yeah, he made a whole freaking story for just to come up here. Like 6 years in the making, pretty much, just to come up here. And that's why I came up. I was like, yo, these guys made a whole story up just to come up here and then to bring up your past. Like this is what they do, just to come up here and talk to you. We're trying to have a boxing discussion, you know, a peaceful one, just like you normally do here. And this guy gonna come up and ruin it. I feel a little bit awkward now because I'm the only motherfucker that has the camera on right now while that other guy was talking.
Hold on, I got you, Thomas. I got your turn. I'm working a little bit outside, so shit, I got you, my dog.
And I'm gonna make that short. The motherfucker said yes 5 times.
It wasn't penis, Drew. These dudes are weird, bro.
Yeah, man. We live, man. Yeah, man. Let it be known, man. Yeah, we
Drew,
real over here.
You want to know a common theme that
Yeah,
I
we
heard
real
with
over here.
everybody picking?
Yeah.
You want to know a common theme I heard with everybody picking Brian Norman to win was emotions. Their hatred for Devin, or their hatred for Bill. There's no fight data. There's no fight. They pointed out that, hey, Brian Norman did such and such and such and such in this fight. That's the reason I feel he's gonna do this to Devin Haney. I can point to plenty of fights because Devin changed his style up against Rougarou, changed his style up against Ramirez, changed his style up against Loma, changed his style up against Kambosos. I can go and point out fights to show you why I believe Devin Haney's experience and his master boxing, his doggone caliber is gonna win this fight. But they can't show you this. All these people picking Brian Norman are picking from a place of hatred and emotion.
That's all it is.
That's a fact.
I'm gonna say this. I ain't got no malice towards nobody. This is just a fight. I'm DHP. All right. But if this was a fight that I felt Devin couldn't win, I'd say that. But I feel Devin is gonna win based off of a lot of intangibles. Now, if you feel that Brian's gonna win, you're entitled to that. I don't hate you. It's just a pick. It's a fight. I got love for the moment. I got
Look
love.
at BNTB comment, dog.
You know what I'm saying?
Pull that comment up, bro.
I'm sorry,
right
bro.
now.
You was cooking. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro. Look at BNTB comment. Man. He said, dude was naked right when you asked him that question.
Let me before I go to trick. Before I go to my trick.
Man, salute to y'all. I'm gonna get off this panel, man. I'm gonna be over here.
Peace out, Will.
Salute. Let me address something real quick in reference to the phone call that Brian Norman Sr. was talking about. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. I was on the phone call, man, and that phone call shouldn't even be coming up in other interviews. You know why? Because he wasn't on the call, so he can't say shit. He wasn't on it. So all that salt and pepper he's putting on it, that shit's wrong. I was on the call. In fact, there was a phone call before that phone call that y'all don't know about. You know why? Because it was just a conversation between 3 men. I didn't run to my channel and start saying, hey, man, I talked to this guy and that guy. Nope, I didn't do that. So a lot of y'all are listening to shit and y'all don't know shit. I left it alone. Did I not? Did I run over here and start saying, hey, well, I heard? I didn't do that. I wanted to talk about the fight. I'm keeping it boxing. And leave it to some asshole who have a preconceived notion about me, who has a preconceived notion about Devin. He started talking about how these young men dress. But meanwhile, he's talking about how young men dress and how it's bad for the kids. But he got mafia in his name. And he's British.
He made that up anyway, Drew. Like that was all made up. He didn't even believe what he was saying. It was all just to come up here and talk to you, bro. That's the thing. Like he made that whole thing up. He's like, oh, because he wears a hat that says sex on it.
As soon as he said cop, I knew what kind of time he was on.
Yeah, he was just bullshitting.
He wants to lick my fucking shriveled up balls because they look like a brain in the morning. You want to lick my balls? Just say how you coming so I can tell you no, and I know not to bring you up here. Say you're gay for me, and I know not to deal with you. Come to terms with yourself. Let me go to my brother Trick Notes in the building. Salute to you. You on mute, brother. You speak, I can't hear you, brother. I think he's having a problem with his.
Hold on, that better?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, I was saying good morning, everybody on the panel. How
What
everybody
up?
doing? Hey, man, listen. To the guy came on there from the UK. I was kind of thinking about something. I got family in the UK, man. For whatever reason, man, they always talking about Brixton. I'm like, bro, bring your ass to Houston and come over here in Fifth Ward, and I'll show you some crime. Them motherfuckers can't. I don't think they carry guns over there, can they? They'll be getting stabbed and shit over there.
Well, Dillian White's boyfriend's son was shot to death a few years ago.
Right,
That's
shit,
all I know.
man, bring your ass to Houston, man. We got some neighborhoods over here, man, that'll make you just make
Hey,
your
listen.
shit.
Hey, Trick, not to mean to interrupt you, dog, but
You
it's
good?
true. The UK does ban, holding a gun because of a school shooting incident in 1996. But in the United States, it's a far different ball game.
Whole different ball game, man. And I'm like, I'll be listening to them. They be Brixton this, Brixton that. And I'm like, man, bring your ass over here to, I just say Fifth Ward. I ain't talking about Third Ward. I ain't talking about the South Side. On the North Side of Houston. Bring your ass to Fifth Ward, man. They'll be begging to go back to the UK. But yeah, man, I was ain't too long ago got all work, man. I've been dozing off and on listening to y'all, man. And man, at the end of the day, man, these fights coming up this weekend, man. We got some great fights coming up, man. And I got a feeling, man, it's gonna be a few of these fighters, man, picking themselves off the canvas, possibly to come back and win. I think any of them guys can be dropped. Any of these fights can be dropped. It's about what happens when you get up, and move on with what you're doing in the fight. But looking forward to it, man. The big talk is Devin Haney and Brian Norman Jr., man. And I'm saying to myself, I like both fighters. I like both fathers, man. It's very entertaining. What Bill and Brian Norman Sr. are doing is very entertaining. I don't have a problem with it, man. I heard some people saying, that they're trying to take away from the fight by what they're doing. At the end of the day, they're not getting in there fighting. Devin and Brian Norman Sr. is getting in there fighting, And I always said this. I said if it goes to a decision, it's going to be Devin. If it ends in a knockout, it might be Brian Norman. But at the same time, man, Brian Norman hadn't been on the stage like that. Devin has been on the stage like that, So, right. Man, it's going to be real interesting, man, with that fight. And my thing with David Benavidez and Anthony Yard, I noticed something about David Benavidez, man. It seems when fighters get him upset and mad, he fights very, very good. To me, he's not mad. He don't seem upset. He seems like he's in a good, calm state. I'm not saying that Anthony Yard's gonna win the fight. I think that once Benavidez starts putting pressure on him, especially latter rounds, I think anything after round 6, man, David Benavidez is probably going to be in control, man, because we know Anthony Yard, man. I mean, whatever it is, man, so with these Brits, no offense to the Brits, but it's either your eye or your gas tank. You know what I'm saying? So we've seen the guys going in and falter with the eyes. Now this guy here, he's got the gas tank. So unless he can hold and hit, do a Vladimir Klitschko and survive, but I got David Benavidez winning that fight. But I think the sleeper on the card is going to be Bam Rodriguez against Puma. That's going to be the sleeper. The Argentina, the fighters from Argentina are very, very tough, man.
Those dudes are tough as hell, man.
Yeah, man. You can go back far as Carlos Monzon. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got Sergio Martinez, man. Golly, man.
Maidana, man. He's tough.
Yeah, Maidana, man. Them guys are tough, man, coming from Argentina, man. You had a fighter named Juan Martin Kogi. I think he beat Frankie Randall. That guy was tough.
Nah, he did. Yeah. Now people don't remember that.
You don't remember that fight? Yeah, man. Them Argentine fighters are tough, man. So I can see Bam getting off the canvas, man. You know, because this guy can punch, man. I can see Bam. That's one that I'm saying too. One of the guys probably can. He might end up getting off the canvas and making adjustments to win the fight. What's the other one? Sam Noakes and Mason, man. That's another one too, man. You know, I feel both of them guys may get dropped, and whoever get up is going to end up winning the fight. You know, once they start adjusting to things or whatever. Like I say, I just feel somebody's going to get dropped in these fights, man, and they're going to have to get up. They're going to get up and show us something. You know,
I like that, man. I like that, brother. Man, I appreciate that, man. I like that, man. Let me move this along. Let me go to best pugilist, my brother. Salute, man. You go ahead and cook.
Yo, peace, yo. Peace to the panel, peace to the brothers.
Peace.
Everybody on the panel. Yeah, this is gonna be a good show, man. I like this. I like this show a lot. You know, in terms of the matches, you know, like with that, like you were just talking about those last two fights with Abdullah Mason and Noakes. I think that's gonna be a nice little barn burner. And I think the difference is gonna really be pretty much with Abdullah, if he could establish his jab and control Noakes early, because Noakes is tough on the inside. He let his hands go. Cause I done seen him fight a couple of times. He aggressive. He gonna be coming forward a lot. And I think as long as Abdullah establishes his jab early, he'll be able to control the fight. But I agree with the last brother said about one of them could go down, and don't be surprised if one of them go down and get up and be fighting back. So I'm expecting that to be entertaining. And the same thing with the Puma fight in Bam Rodriguez. Like I definitely feel that's gonna be a barn burner as well. And I think Rodriguez is gonna have to show something in a little different way to get that victory.
Yeah.
You know, I think he's gonna have to show a little something to get that victory. Now, this is my interesting take on the Devin Haney Brian Norman fight.
Let's hear it.
Now, experience-wise, I'm leaning towards Devin. You know, Devin, that's what I'm kind of leaning towards. But I'm actually curious to see, like, if Devin don't get the credit he deserves to get for the heart, the intangibles in the heart that kid got, yo. Because everybody keep talking this shit about he ain't got no chin. I'm like, excuse my French, how the fuck he don't got no chin? And he kept getting up fighting every time.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? When you ain't got a chin, your ass stay down. You understand what I'm saying? And he got a ton of heart. So this narrative that he don't got no chin, there's people just be saying any old fucking shit they want to say, man, in this era of boxing. You know, I totally disagree with that shit that he ain't got no chin. You know, and he got a ton of heart. Now, the only thing that concerned me with this fight with him is that, like, he's the biggest star here, obviously, in this fight. And he got a lot on the line. Devin need to win this fight, man. You know, like, he got a lot on the line because Devin Haney done accomplished a lot in his career. So if he does happen to, like, get hit hard, I can see Devin starting to really stand there fighting with this dude, man. And like
that'll be a mistake.
Like no, but like what's her name? But like but I agree with what Stormy B-Man said earlier, because I had got on and I had to get off and shit. Then I got back, but I heard that early part. I was going to, you know, I just couldn't get on at the time. And I agree with what he's saying. Like, it's going to be based on Devin making mistakes, like more than anything else. Not taking nothing away from Brian Norman Jr. skill set, which is a lot better than he's given credit for. You know, everybody keep looking at the punch, but he got some subtle skill set too. But Devin Haney is still fast and got them quick twitch muscles, and he can move and things like that. So that's gonna be interesting. I think, you know, Dev is real prideful. He's a real prideful kid, and I think he might, if he's got hit him hard, I don't think he's gonna be running like everybody think he's gonna be running. You know what I'm saying? He looks strong. He looks strong there. So that's my thing with that fight. So I don't know. Like, I'm rooting for Dev, but I'm a little nervous.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
Because I feel like his heart it's going to make that a lot tougher because I think he's going to, you know, try to fight with this kid a little bit if he hitting him hard. Because I think, you know, what's his name going to be able to get to him a little bit in terms of maybe cutting the ring off a little better. He not going to run. He not. He not going to run like people. I think a lot of people think, oh, he just be running because they saw that last fight. That last fight, nah, I don't think he's going to do that. Because I got a lot of respect for him for even taking this fight because he didn't have to. I think people are understanding that you're going after the best dude in the division. Your first fight there, you know. So it's gonna be a good one. You know, I want to see. I want to see what he got. What he gonna do.
Doesn't it make you
Yeah,
excited?
yeah, absolutely. I love it, yo. It reminds me of back in the days. It reminds me of back in the days. You know, you moving up, fighting the best.
I want to say to the audience and salute to Trill Will. He says, "My dog Trick Note salutes. I need that card." Let me say this. I'm not at war with anybody. I'm not at war with the Normans. Definitely not at war with the Haneys. That's my family. This is boxing, y'all. If Brian wins, I'm going to talk about it. And I'm going to talk him up.
Oh, yeah, no question.
Because you know what happens if he beats Devin? You know what happens? The world going to turn on him. They're going to love him for a minute, doing the world a favor. But when he starts to move forward and once he starts getting in the ring with somebody with a Latino last name, then they're going to see how they fucking turn on him. And we're going to be right here defending him because that's what we do. So I'm not at war with anybody. All right? I'm not at war with anybody. All right?
No question.
People tried to assist and organize chaos in a situation that's already dead. What he didn't know is that I was there for all of it. He didn't anticipate. I was there. And I say this respectfully. I don't care what Senior has to say on all those channels that we don't fuck with. Because I was there. He wasn't. So I ignored all of that. I ain't do no videos about that. I don't need to do all of that. I'm talking about the goddamn fight. I salute Brian Norman. You know why I'm saluting Brian Norman Jr.? Because he was next on the list. And he's the only one with balls to say, all right, Devin, let's get it. Everybody else said no. Tank said no. Shakur said no. Boots said no. Tiafimo said no. Brian said yes. Period. Period. He was just next. And Devin is going up to another weight class.
Yeah. And that's the thing. You got to give him credit for. You got to give him credit for that. You know, taking on the best dude.
To date. And y'all don't want to give him credit, that's fine, but I know where that comes from. So
yeah, they don't want to give him credit.
Devin the Dream Haney. He's already in the Hall of Fame. I salute it. And what's going to happen is, if he styles on Brian and makes it a shutout, they're going to say Devin need to go to 54. They're going to say that. Nothing this kid does is correct. And I want the Normans to see that. How they treating Devin is a direct reflection of how he's going to get treated if he beats Devin. So none of this fighting needs to even be taking place. We need to be excited. These two young kings are about to lock horns, and may the best man wins. It's boxing. These are two kings doing it right now. We need to celebrate that. We need to be celebrating that like how we were supposed to be celebrating Errol and Bud. These were kings getting it on. That's it. Because outside of that, they do nothing but emasculate us. Tank emasculated himself and allowed himself to be emasculated by Jake Paul. We have two real fighters getting it on, and you got one group of niggas trying to emasculate Devin. You got this British nigger, this knuckle dragging nigger coming up here talking about, oh, don't like how the young men are dressing it. It's a threat to the kids. But this nigga got fucking mafia in his name. Get the fuck out of here. Go to the highest building in the UK and do the Lord's work. Jump right off that fucker. Get out.
Hey, Drew.
Thank you very much. But the general's on. Everybody's cooking on this. Best man, let them know how they can find you, good brother.
Oh yeah, you can find me on my channel here at Boxing Equals Success with Best Pugilist here on YouTube.
Yes, sir.
And on TikTok, I gotta get my Instagram page. It got hacked, so I ain't gonna put that one up there. But yeah, right now I'm on those two. I'm using those two pages. The same name of both. Boxing Equals Success with Best Pugilist.
Man, salute to you.
Oh yeah. Man, good show, man. Great cook. Ready for this fight. I'm sitting there now waiting for the weigh-in to come on. Got it saved and watching the countdown to it. Find me on all platforms, man. Mind Mansa Musa LLC on all platforms. Holler at me. Like my videos I got up. Salute. Peace.
Yes, sir. Super Mac time, my
What's
brothers.
up, man? What's up, family, man? I'm so happy, man, about this boxing because boxing is my favorite sport. If you guys don't know, I used to box, man. I used to box when I was young, man. So this is my favorite sport, and I love this, man. You can find me on YouTube right here, Super Mac Time. You can go to my music, Funkaholics, or you can find me at IG Max Slug 2621. Salute to everybody, man, and I'm happy for this fight.
Yes, sir. Me too. Me too. My
Yeah.
brother Nulty in the building, and you already know, man. Let them know, bro.
Yeah, Trick Nolte, man. You can find me on here on sometimes on Sundays with Drew and Stormy B, man. We had a legends on here doing these interviews, man. Been doing it since 2018, going strong. I'm on Instagram. I'm Trick Nolte on Instagram. Anthony Carter on Facebook. Y'all want to holler at me? Holler at me. One more thing too, man. Like I say, I'm glad, man. We got these fights, man. And hell, don't be surprised if Devin put him to sleep.
Hey, that's talk, real talk.
Don't be surprised, man. It's boxing, man. So
Right.
I got that feeling, man. We're gonna see some great fights. Some guys will probably end up getting off the canvas to show what's going on really good and what they got inside. Man. So that's my take on it, man. And
My brother Thomas from the Bronx. Yes, sir.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. I appreciate you two having me on. I just want to real quick. First off, the weigh-ins, the official weigh-ins came in. Brian Norman Jr. came in 146.2, and Devin Haney came at 146.6. So both fighters made weight. I guess the celebratory weigh-in will be later, so we get to see how they look. But we have a fight. It's official. And I just want to thank you, Drew, and I want to let people know, me and Drew don't always agree on stuff. Even when Drew be getting at Tito and even super real about Puerto Rican fighters, it's all love because you guys got to stop taking certain things too seriously. At the end of the day, we try to build up the fighters, and I think we got a great card tomorrow. And I'm all about building up fighters. I don't want to tear down fighters. I like to give them their respect and their props and their just due for everything that they do. And that's what I'm about. On my channel, we talk our stuff at TD Sports Talk. I'm on the radio every Sunday at Ring Talk Worldwide with Pedro Fernandez. And then another show that we do, we try to do every Sundays, is a show that I'm really proud of, and that's shout out to my man KG, the Good Doctor, of the Usual Suspect 6. It's his idea, and I love it. And we've been co-hosting it for a while now. Tales from the B-side. I mean, we let the fighters speak, the managers speak, coaches, whoever it is on, and tell their stories about the game. And it's very intriguing. And I think it's important for a lot of people that do content and a lot of people that love boxing to just listen to what they have to say and their point of views of what they've gone through. So I'm very, very proud of that show, Tales from the B-Side. If you haven't watched it, go to KG's channel, Usual Suspect 6 channels, or even my channel, and just take a look. We did a nice interview with Hannah Gabriels about the VADA testing in the WBC. And we had Big Shot show the week before, and then we have a long list. So I'm very proud of that show. And like I said, it's all about building the fighters and respecting what they're doing.
So about the sport, man, you're doing big things over there. Y'all make sure y'all go follow Thomas from the Bronx, man. That's my brother in real life. Man, salute to y'all. The general's on. Hey, everybody's cooking on this, man. It's fight week, man. Get excited.
Man.
Get excited. It's fight week, man. Salute to, it's DHP all day, but I ain't got no malice towards Brian Norman. Whoever wins, I'm going to talk about it. I'm cool. And salute to everybody signed on that dotted line. Salute to Riyadh season. Salute to everybody. Salute to everybody. Venmo, Zelle, Cash App. I'm way past my time. I got to go to physical therapy. I appreciate everybody showing up, man. And, man, look, man. I don't like screaming and shit, but sometimes you got to do that, man. Sometimes you got to do that to get your point across.
No, it's passionate, man. That's all.
Yeah, man. But that yellowback British nigga took me there. Both of them niggas.
Hey, man, you have to say what you have to say, brother Drew. You know what I'm saying?
I had to.
And you have to cook them. Sometimes you got to cook these foods.
Yeah, that's what I got to do, man. So,
yeah.
To y'all, man. The general's on. Let's head over there.
All right.
I know Champ's I'll be on later if he's not on right now. It's fight week, and I just want y'all to get excited, man. Look at this nigga coming back. Wait, hold on, y'all. What the fuck do you want?
Yeah, so you made up a lie saying I said yes when I didn't.
You're gay. Shut up.
Okay, have a crappy weekend. Hope your house burns down.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.